How are you?
No one of consequence.
I must.
Get used to disappointment.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kill the Cast. My name is Jerry, and as always, I am joined by the Silent Hill biker himself, Kenneth.
Yay! Woohoo! Dave Z.
Oh yeah, the other guy who's here is Dave Z, or Zed, depending on where you're from.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. So, yeah, we're interviewing Dave Z, but before we get to him, let's get to the most important thing. Hey, Kenneth, what'd you do this week?
Let's see. I worked. I watched all the Harry Potter movies. And I finally got into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I heard you got a really cool present last Sunday.
Yeah, I did. For anybody that didn't see the live thing, Jerry surprised me with the limited edition Nightbreed. And yeah, it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Did I tell you how much I paid for that thing?
No, you didn't.
$50. Well, 55 shipped.
I owe you a blowjob, sir.
How could you not buy it at that price? That thing goes for like a minimum of like $75, $80.
Right. And Dave, did you see our live feed?
No, he was at a party.
Thank you. It was Sunday, right? It was Sunday?
Yeah, and you were like, why can't y'all come on like an hour earlier so I can watch it because I have to go to a party?
Yeah, Sunday at, it was either 2 or 3 when the party started. I want to say
it was
3. Okay.
Well, anyway, so Jerry's like showing all the stuff that we can give away for free. And I kind of, I wanted Deathgasm. And since you've listened to the podcast, fucking, Jerry said it on there that I wanted Deathgasm. And he got it in his horror pack. And he's going through and he's pulling all the shit out. And the very last thing he pulls out is that damn Nightbreed limited edition that I have been fucking raving that I wanted since the day that it was fucking released. And I couldn't get it because it sold out so fast. And, yeah, so he pulled that out very last thing, man. And if you should have seen the look on my face, dude. I mean, I was just like, I snatched it out of his hand. I was like, mine.
Wow. Wait. If I'm understanding what you said, that came in a horror pack?
No. Deathgasm came in a horror pack, and he knew he was
I'm fucking losing it. Okay.
Yeah, he knew he was getting that, even though I originally said I wasn't going to give it to him unless someone gave us an iTunes review telling me to give it to him.
I did that, by the way. I think I did. I left an iTunes review, and I remember saying give him something.
Yeah, I haven't checked since I checked. I think I checked like the day before I went down there, so I checked like 2 Wednesdays ago.
See, that Dave's got me.
Yeah. So
I'm
I brought
it
because you got like how many? Because I gave you Deathgasm, I gave you Akira, I traded you Dracula, and I gave you Nightbreed. That's it,
and
right?
I snatched Ghost in a Shell.
Oh yeah, and you stole Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
See, guys, I can't give y'all prizes because Kenneth steals all the shit.
Hey, there's still some cool shit in that box. And didn't I add some shit to that box?
You added the Nightbreed DVD.
Yeah, I put the Nightbreed DVD in there, and I hooked you up with a PS4 game, asshole.
That's true. I got Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
So good.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong, guys. I'm sorry. I remember intending to do it when I signed up, but as usual, because I forget everything. I still wrote the whole thing, 5-star review, the whole 9, said all kinds of great stuff about the show, which is all true. But I forgot to say something about giving Kenneth the whatever it was. So,
hey, man. It's all good, man. The road to hell, man. The road to hell.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that you like your Nightbreed, and I'm very excited that you have jumped into Game of Thrones. Now, tomorrow I've got to start Sons of Anarchy, because that was the deal.
Yes, sir.
If Kenneth started Game of Thrones, I would start Sons of Anarchy.
Wow, nice.
It kind of evens out. It kind of evens out, because even though there's more episodes in Sons of Anarchy, there's 7 seasons of each show.
There you go. And Sons is 100 times better. Well, I can't say I never watched Game of Thrones, so I won't be that asshole. I won't say that, but I find it hard to believe that Game of Thrones is going to be better than Sons.
I'll tell you what my dad told me. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, I will disown you.
No. All right. Well, see, the one-ups that Game of Thrones has over Sons of Anarchy, even though I ride motorcycles and I love Sons, the one-ups that they got is, number one, you get full fucking nudity in Game of Thrones. Full nudity. Not little shit, not a couple of spots of Charlie Hunnam's ass. I mean, full-on, full frontal nudity. All right? I literally, in the episode that I just watched of Game of Thrones before we started this show, I watched a chick finger bang another chick.
Really?
Completely naked. It was awesome.
Are they hot? Are they hot girls?
Yeah, they're fucking hot. And then the other cool thing, the violence, man. I mean, there was this big dude that completely cut a horse's head completely off.
What? Godfather style?
I mean, completely, dude. Took with a big ass goddamn sword, this big fucker, and his name is Mountain.
Yeah, the Mountain.
And the Mountain, and he just sliced this fucking horse's head completely off.
Wow.
And that ain't nothing. I mean, it's brutal, dude. This show, it's great.
I'll watch it, just not now. I can't. Whenever I don't know what this says about me. People might say he's a douchebag or a hipster, but for some reason, when everybody is up a show's ass, I can't watch it because I get so tired of hearing about it constantly that there's a part of me that just resists that show. So I think I will watch that show when it's no longer in syndication. But as long as everybody's blowing it, I can't watch it. If I started with it night one, that'd be one story. But if it's like 8 shows in or 1 season in and people will not shut the hell up about it, for some reason that it's a turnoff to me. So that's why I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Well, the hype ain't as big as it used to be because now it's 7 seasons deep. Like they're doing the final season right now.
No. Next season is the final season.
Season 8 will be the final season. I thought you said it was 7.
No, season 7 and season 8 should honestly be just one long season, but they had to break it up. This season will have 7 episodes, and then season 8 will have 6 episodes, and that'll be the end.
Well, either way, we're in the middle of season 7 now, and it doesn't have near as much hype as it did at the beginning.
Except the fact that episode 1 of season 7 is now on record as the most watched season premiere ever. It beat The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and I'll give credit to that. But what I'm saying is you don't see as many memes and shit for Game of Thrones on damn
I would
Facebook
like
anymore.
to say that Game of Thrones fans are actually a little less douchey than everyone thinks they are, and a lot of times they do not share those memes out of respect for other people that are on their friends list who have not watched it. I do not share Game of Thrones memes because I have friends that are still in season 1, season 3, and I don't want to spoil anything for them.
I appreciate that, man, because Walking Dead motherfuckers, they fuck shit up. They did the same thing with Sons, too, man. They fuck shit up.
See, lucky for me, I didn't get any spoilers for anything. But then again, for 2 years, I just came back recently, but for like almost 2 years, I didn't look at Facebook, like the feed. So, you know what I mean? Only groups. So I couldn't see the shit people were posting. So I got really, really lucky with that. Like I watched Sons. I had no idea about anything. I had no idea about Game of Thrones. Something else about Game of Thrones. I'm not really a period piece kind of guy. So and crowns and shit is a turnoff. But Sons of Anarchy was a turnoff. Because I don't give a fuck. No offense, Kenneth. But I don't give a fuck about motorcycles and bikers. It's just not my lifestyle. So I was like, I don't want to watch that. You know what I associated Sons of Anarchy with? Duck Dynasty. I figured it was the same type of shit. A bunch of people that I have no interest in. I don't want to see it. So I was resistant. But then Alex taught me. He eventually talked me into it. And then I watched it, and I was like, holy shit. This is, after The Sopranos, it's my favorite show of this type. So
yeah, see, the thing about Sons is it's like the motorcycles and shit, the physical motorcycles and stuff, that's all in the background. It's all about the drama of the fucking people and what's going on. If you could take the motorcycles out of it and just have just normal gang people, be the same goddamn thing, and it'd still be a cool show. The motorcycles just make it a little bit cooler.
If you listen really closely, you can hear Alex jacking off to us talking about Sons of Anarchy.
Check it out. I think I'm going to give it I'm not going to do it because I'm not an ass like JP. I'm not going to say it. But I could honestly say that because I love every season of Sons of Anarchy, that I'm a bigger fan of Sons than Alex is. But I'm not going to do that. See, JP, that's the difference. I think that Alex is a bigger fan of the show than me, you know, but he doesn't like half of season 7, and I don't have a problem with that half of season 7. I love all of it. So
that's the one thing that me and Alex agree on.
A lot of people do. I think it's more people missing two crucial. Oh, sorry, forget it.
Yeah, I was about to
Sorry.
say, hold on a second. And also, you and Alex agree on something else, Kenneth. You both think I'm the greatest person in the world. So, I mean, that's...
But me and Alex agreed that season 7 was kind of weak in comparison to the rest of the show. And I mean, you know, and that's me saying as much as I possibly can without spoiling nothing for Jerry.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get off Sons of Anarchy because we're going to have Alex, like, passed out and chafing. So, Dave, what have you been doing this week?
I have been, working and then coming home at night most of the time and watching a slasher movie. At least one, because, we're preparing for our big top 50 slasher show in December for our 2-year anniversary on Exploding Heads. So I am really hitting it hard now because we finished up the 86 show with 22 shots where we watched a bunch of, horror movies from 1986 to make a top 10. And soon as I finished that, boom, I went into high gear with these slashers. So I'm watching like so many slashers. I want to watch at least, by the time I'm done with it, at least 120 slashers. Right now I'm closing in on 80 for the year. So, but I want to have a real good list because I'm making a top 50. So I don't want anyone to look and say, hey, you guys didn't watch everything. So I want to make sure I try to watch everything I have. So I just been watching a shitload of slashers, basically.
And for everyone who doesn't know, they are only talking top 50 North American slashers.
Yes. Yeah, we're not doing... You're not going to see... and check it out. The reason we had to do that was because we were having such a problem with proto-slashers and giallos and what's what and what's not. And we noticed that all the protos and all the, ones that are half giallo, half regular, came from other countries. So we were having difficulties narrowing it down. So one day I think Brandon just said, why don't we make it just North America? Regional 1. Why don't we just do that? And that'll make things a lot easier. So that's what we did. In retrospect, I honestly don't think it's going to affect it much because, like Stage Fright, we reviewed it not too long ago. That's a fucking slasher. That's not a giallo. I don't care if it comes from Italy. That's a slasher. And maybe Cold Prey might have made someone's list because that's not, that's from Belgium or wherever the hell it's from. But I don't think it's going to matter all that much because even the protos, they really are protos. Like, I don't think Psycho's a slasher. I don't think Peeping Tom is a slasher. And other movies from the 70s. I don't consider them slashers because I'm watching so many, it's become more easy to decipher.
What about Black Christmas? Do you feel it's a proto or do you feel it's right there with Halloween as an official slasher?
It's the official first slasher. I can admit that. I'm not as big a fan of it as everybody else of that movie, but I can give the devil its due that the formula that became, what slashers are known for was really started with Black Christmas. I can admit that. That's the first one.
Fair enough. So,
let's hear it. Go on. Somebody discredit. No, I want to debate it. And I don't think Kenneth agrees.
Oh, I said earlier when we were having our conversation, I still think that Psycho, to me, was the beginning of that. That's just my opinion, And you got other people out there that think that Halloween was the beginning, but I still stand on thinking that Psycho was.
Right. I'd like to say it was. To me, it's just a proto slash. I think Psycho 2 and 3 are slashers. I just don't think the original.
Explain, and forgive my ignorance, but explain proto. What is this?
Well, proto is basically short for like prototype. It's something that
it started defining the rules, but it wasn't the first movie that had all the rules in place. But it started shaping the birth of it. It was the conception. It was the movies fucking, and then they finally gave birth to the actual slasher.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Elements of slasher are in Psycho. Elements of slasher are in some of the early films. But I don't think you could watch like Slumber Party Massacre, a random slasher from the 80s. Put it in and watch it. and then watch Psycho. And I don't think you're going to say that that's the same type of film. I'm not saying that they all have to be mindless and they all have to be half-naked girls. Not every single, because Maniac is not. But,
okay, so going back to the conversation that we were having earlier, all right, so looking at John Carpenter's Halloween, do you consider that to be a proto, or do you consider that to be...
Oh, no, it's a slasher for sure.
Yeah, see, and that's the analogy. The analogy that I was going to use earlier when we were talking about that, but we dipped off into whatever, is I was going to say that that Halloween, between Halloween and Friday the 13th, when we were talking about those two, I was going to say that Halloween was, and I can't remember the exact terminology that I was going to use, but that Halloween would be like, trying to start the car, and then Friday the 13th would be that motherfucker screaming down the goddamn interstate.
I can dig it.
Because and that's the reason why, like I said, I give Halloween, I'm the exact same way with you when you said that you give other, like what you said about Black Christmas, giving credit where credit's due. I do the same thing about Halloween, but Friday the 13th kicks the shit out of Halloween.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Fair enough. I think Friday the 13th kicked everything into overdrive as far as slashers are concerned. I'll give it credit, because that's the movie that really started the slasher boom. Black Christmas came in 74, Halloween 78, but Friday came, and then all the movies, then Slasher Mania started running wild.
I think Motley Crue kickstarted my heart, if that counts.
I can dig it.
So, all right.
Sorry we hijacked the show like that, Jerry.
No, it's fine. I this will be good prep work for people to go ahead and start arguing now for your top 50 show. Start fighting in the comments now, guys. It's already there for you.
Yeah, dude.
And as for me, Jerry, your lovely host, who had to pay these two people to be here with me, I watched a 1986 movie today. I watched Terror Vision. And
I did not watch it.
I think it's really fun. I thought it was a really fun movie because I got that Scream Factory double release of Terror Vision and Video Dead, and I like Terror Vision way more. I thought Video Dead was boring as shit. Because I watched Terror Vision today, the Video Dead, Zodiac, and then Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That was my relax, because I don't have to do anything for this show today, which is great. I had all my questions already done and everything was ready, so I just watched movies all day instead of having to do prep work.
Nice.
Which is always good. So, with that being said, the whole point of this show tonight is interviewing Dave Z of Exploding Heads, The Skeleton Crew, ABCs of Hidden Horror, and Banana Laser. Are there any other shows you fucking founded? Didn't you do a spin-off of the Skeleton Crew show also?
Yes, we did do Skeleton Bones for
Skeleton Bones. That's what it was. Skeleton Bones.
Yeah, me and Michael J. and revolving guests. Yeah. I think it got erased from existence, but it did happen.
I think there's one or two still up on the Skeleton Crew feed. Because when I remember when I was going through, which you started, my going through every single Skeleton Crew episode. There were a few of those and a few of the unlistenable assholes. In those, and I finally made it through, and that's Dave Z's fault. Dave Z started that entire thing. So it's Dave Z's fault for making Skeleton Crew my favorite podcast. Because he started this entire thing. By saying, you should go back and listen to all of them, and I did.
But at the time, I was like, when's this guy... Remember what I told you? I said you should go chronologically back and forth until Banana Laser starts. Then you should go back and forth week to week between both shows because they played off each other so much with situation. But you didn't do that. You got hooked on the crew.
I got hooked on the crew, and it got really hard. I tried it jumping back and forth, but it got really hard, like switching between. If I could have made a playlist that I could have just hit play and it just would have went through, it would have been so much easier. But having to stop, go back to this page, go back, find that episode, play it, then go back to the other page, find that episode, play it. It was mildly annoying, and I just couldn't do it. But now that I'm done with the Skeleton Crew, I can find, once I finish a couple audiobooks I want to run through, I'm going to pick another podcast to kind of go back. I might end up finishing ABCs of Hidden Horror first, because I ran through like 5 of those episodes.
There you go.
At one
And there's
point.
only so many. There's only so many. We only got up to, I think only L has been released so far. So
Yeah.
There's not even that many. You know, we should do, when Skeleton Crew retires, we should get all the Skeleton Crews and all the Banana Lasers and package them as one chronologically. And then, yeah, lock them up like Disney does with the vaults and then sell it as one thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's worth buying, because like you said, it wouldn't be a pain in the ass because the work would be done for you. Where as soon as one ended, the next one would be chronologically whichever one it was. Like if there was 2 Banana Lasers in a row and then there was no crew and then a crew came back, then you could just listen to them all in order. That'd be sweet.
And on top of that, here soon I'll be starting my, which it's already out there, so people do know about it. I want to do a Skeleton Crew's ending show where I go and talk to a bunch of people who are fans of Skeleton Crew, kind of go through the history of it. I have a thing on my computer that has just like tons of Skeleton Crew information from when like I just drilled Alex and was like, you have to give me the entire history. Like I'm a Skeleton Crew historian at this point.
Dude, I wanted to do a show. I wanted all of us to sit down and just do a show. You could host it and you could go through the freaking different shows and the different times and have that as a history. Oh, that would be so cool.
We could do it, because I have a thing on my computer that breaks down each era of the Skeleton Crew.
I'm down if everybody else is.
I've got shit set and ready, and I've got people that I want to interview. So soon when because that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on in October, besides like whatever Kill the Cast does for October. But our shows aren't going to go out crazy. Like 22 Shots are doing like 4 franchise retrospectives in October. And I'm just like, fuck that noise. That's too much. Plus they're on top of their YouTube stuff of doing a horror movie review on YouTube every single day. I'm like,
yeah, they're nuts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They can have fun with that.
Yeah. So let's get into questioning Dave Z and finding out everything we need to know. And before we get into like his history of starting, first let's stay current and let's get a gear breakdown. Dave Z, what do you record with? What programs are you using? What equipment do you use? Let's get into that. What are you using over there?
Well, I'm as basic as they come because...
So Starbucks.
Well, I don't record shit. I don't even... Well, I know how to record. When I did my solo quest, I recorded it with something or other. But all I do is use my Mac here, and I use my my Blue Snowball. That's it. That's all I can tell you. I don't know anything about anything. Christian handles all that shit. I don't edit. I don't produce. I don't do any of that stuff. And I'm a very lucky individual because I've been fortunate enough to work with great people, and I've been fortunate enough to work with people that did all the real hard work.
So you're the Dan Chase of that. That's right, Dan Chase. I'm calling you out again. Quit making me do work for your damn show.
Isn't it nice though, Dave? Isn't it nice?
Oh, fuck you too, Kenneth.
My equipment consists of my iPhone and some headphones. That's it.
See? But I'll say this though. I am chock full of ideas. I don't ever stop. Like especially with Exploding Heads. Granted, everything is very democratic. We if I put an idea out there and they don't bite, they don't like it, we don't do it. We discuss it amongst the three of us, what we're going to do, what we're not going to do. But I have so many ideas, and it's always keeping me busy that I think that if I was to be a producer or I had to go through all that nonsense, I would stress out so much that I would just stop doing it, I think. Because I saw what happened with Matt. I see what happens with Alex. And I took lessons from that. I'm like, these guys are always not stressed out, but they always have like so much more to do than me that I don't want to do that because I think it would ruin the fun for me. So I guess what I lack in that, I make up for in different areas of creativity, at least a little bit,
And dick size.
Wow, that goes without saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, since we don't have a lot of program breakdown, gear breakdown, anything like that, how do you approach researching a movie? Are you a note taker? Are you a watch it 2 times? What's your approach to watching a movie that you have to review for full reviews? We won't go round robin because I assume you probably just take minimal notes for round robin and you take. But when you're doing a full review, what's your take? What do you do?
I am so bad, because I have no memory whatsoever. I'm sweating tomorrow night because I'm recording tonight. But tomorrow night I'm recording Exploding Heads. So that means because I'm recording this tonight with you guys, and I'm thankful to be here, and I'm happy as hell about it. But because I'm doing this, we're reviewing 2 movies tomorrow night. I watched them both yesterday. I took full notes like I do for everything I do. I watched one of the movies twice. By the time we sit down and record tomorrow, I'm going to have to rely on those 2 guys to carry me because I'm already going to forget. So I have no memory. I am extreme freaking ADHD, have been my entire life. Don't take anything for it. I mean, I self-medicate myself because it helps me to stop thinking a little bit. But I mean, I don't have any prescription. I was never on Ritalin, although they wanted to put me on it when I was a kid. Thankfully, my mother refused because I would end up probably like a bigger drug addict than I already am or was. And I don't do Adderall. I don't do any of that shit. But long story short, I have to take a shitload of notes and, in most cases, watch everything twice. So, and I take the same amount of notes for a triple R as I do for a slasher, an 86 movie, or a 2017 movie, or a feature review. I just watch the movie, and I take notes as I go. Sometimes I pause when I take notes, other times I don't. But most of the time for a feature review for Exploding Heads, I'll watch it 1 time and I'll take notes, and then I'll watch it a second time without notes. So I do a lot to prepare for reviews, man. I'm terrible. I mean, I guess I'm good because I'm dedicated, but my mind is mush. You know, it sucks.
Yeah. And I feel you because a lot of times I have to watch. I really prefer if I can watch whatever I'm going to review that day before we record. Like for Married with Children, I watch the episodes and take my notes and do my research the day we record because we record around my schedule. Nice. For Kill the Cast, I can't always do that because we always record on a Sunday, and if I work that Sunday, I can't watch the movie. But I try to rewatch the movie like the night before or something, so it is fresh in my mind because for y'all, for your podcast, for Exploding Heads, it's very interesting. Y'all don't necessarily have a main host. A lot of people will actually attribute it to you, Dave, but if you listen to it, especially for me, because like I listen to shows and I pay way more attention to the host than anyone else, because I am the host on my show. I like to see how people do it. Y'all don't have a main host. Y'all are like so equally co-host that I don't feel like anyone's the main. Like you typically start the show with like saying the first thing, but other than that, it seems y'all all 3 are just kind of always on the same page, always going forward, and it's never just one of you that's like, all right, we need to jump from this conversation and get into the next one. It kind of switches between whoever catches it. And
you're right, yeah.
And I actually think that's impressive as shit because, Kenneth, how would you feel if I just let like you and Jay equally host Kill the Cast, like lead the show?
It'd be different. It'd be different. It would just overall be different because I've said in numerous conversations that you are the leader, you know, and it's one of those things where it would be different. It would be odd, in fact, for me to kind of try to sit into the role of what you do, to kind of slide into that seat for whatever reason I would need to, because I'm one of those people where it's like, okay, I need to take my position from the beginning if I'm doing something like what we do. So I have to take my position from the beginning, and my position is not the leader. My position is, you know, it was second at best. So it's like, okay, you know, to go into that position, it'd be much more difficult for me. And on top of that, I don't think I would enjoy it as much if I were the leader.
And if everyone's curious, I make them do the doggy position.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Doggy style? Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer it that way.
I don't call it doggy style. I say a Snoop Dogg album, and they just know what to do.
Right.
Nice.
All
Well,
right.
Kind of
dude,
like having a safe word.
Yeah.
I don't like being the leader, and I'm not comfortable. Check it out. I've been in many lines of work. I've been in, not many, but in the casino and in the food industry, I have been supervisor for. I would say I've been supervisor more than I've been employee in my 25 plus years in the work industry. I Most people love me as a supervisor because they always say, like being with me, they don't have to worry about anything because I'm always one of the boys, even when I'm a supervisor. I'm not one of those person that get the title. I don't like telling people what to do. It's just my personality, mostly because I live by the golden rule, and I know I sound like a cheese ball, but I don't like treating anybody the way I like treating people the way I like to be treated. I don't like people telling me what to do, so I don't like telling people what to do. That's just my personality, you know?
If it makes you feel better, you do not sound like a cheese ball. You sound like a meatball, but not a cheese ball.
Yeah, that's true. Let's stop meatball. Right, yeah, I am a meatball. That's true.
Yeah.
But I can admit that. But seriously, I don't like telling people what to do. It isn't that I don't mind being a leader. I'm okay with that. I'd much rather be a leader than a follower, of course, by all means, because I hate following. But it's like I'm not comfortable even with the title of host. So I'm glad that it comes off that way because I don't think I have that certain. There's something about me I don't have that I hear other hosts have when I listen. I'm like, you're a great host. You lead the conversation a certain way. You bring it in a certain way. I don't think I have that. I think I'm entertaining enough as a co-host and as a podcaster, but I don't put myself on the pedestal that I put Matt and Alex and Moods. Certain guys I listen to have that. I don't think I have that. I don't know if it's just my voice or my personality or a combination of both, but I'm still happy with what I do. I just don't like telling anyone what to do ever. So, it's just me. I just don't like it. So I think there are times where I steer the ship on the show, where I do bring us out or I do certain things. But you're right, Jerry, and I'm glad you brought that up because no one has ever brought that up. But I specifically set out to have that type of flow on the show, and I'm glad you think it works. So
Well,
I'm happy.
I think it's just so y'all do it so successfully that people don't notice. I do think if someone was asked, "Hey, who's the face of Exploding Heads? Who's the leader?" They're gonna say you, but I think it's because your social promotion skills are the best of any podcast I've ever seen. You can promote like a motherfucker more than anyone I've ever seen. In fact, when I was talking to Dan this morning, we were talking about how we wish we were as good at promoting shit as you are.
Wow, thanks. It's really tough because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to start annoying people with your promotion. So you have to do it. It's a fine line. You have to do it where you're out there and where you present your stuff without being annoying. So it's, I spend a lot of time thinking about it. So that's what I said about my creativity earlier. I think I have creative juices that are constantly flowing because of my freaking fucked up brain where it never stops moving. So I'm always thinking of shit. So, well, at least I'm good for that. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, and when I figure out the secret to being a good host, I'll let you know. I'm going to eventually just kill Alex and take his brain and figure it out.
You don't need Alex's brain. You're fine the way you are. You're good at what you do with Kill the Cast. I even told Alex that the other day. See, I didn't want to start blowing you right away, but I had this conversation. I just had this conversation with Alex like a week or two ago on the phone, and I said the same thing I just said to you. It's weird because we were talking about it. I said I don't feel like I'm a host, and I said, I go, even Jerry, who hasn't been doing it for so long, is better at. He has that. He's a natural at it. Where I'm not. So there you go. I'm putting you in that category. You're a good host, Jerry.
Yeah, I think I agree. Jerry's a badass host, and I think that people naturally, no matter what it is, you naturally fall into things that you're going to be good at in that type of situation. Like for me, like I said earlier, being on the show and doing Kill the Cast is a wonderful thing, and I'm good at what I do. But at the same time, it is not my place to fall into the leadership spot. It's not like I've never been a leader before in my life, and I've never, had those instances where, like you were saying, where you're a supervisor at a job or something like that. I've totally done those things, and I was good at doing them. But this particular avenue, I'm not good at because I'm more of an introverted person than Jerry is. So it's easier for me to come into a conversation or follow up with different things that people are saying than to bring up the front and steer the ship for the conversation. Jerry, on the other hand, he's fucking goddamn.
It's just
he
really
just takes
easy
it.
for me to come.
Right, exactly. You know, you just take it. And then, you know, like you guys on your show on Exploding Heads, I mean, y'all's conversation is so spot on with each other because y'all flow off of each other well that it seems like one cohesive, you know, unit versus one person leading. More, you know, more like, you know, like one solid object versus a triangle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I got so lucky because that's what I envisioned it when I started it, and then I just happened to get super lucky to have two guys that we had instant chemistry. You know, so hats off to them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm lucky it panned out and it worked out the way it did.
Yeah,
I just think that, Dave, you're the more, you know, like Jerry was saying, you know, from a social media standpoint, you're the more popular one, and I think a lot of that's got to do with you being on some of the more popular shows.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've been on Skeleton Crew and you know, Banana Laser and all those. So it's like, you know, you're the more popular one because you've been on the more popular shows. You've got a nice, good, you know, list of references for your badass podcast that you've been a part of.
Yeah. The
I've been
Dave
very
Z
fortunate.
Nation is huge.
Yeah.
The Dave Z Nation, bring them in, right on. Yeah, hope they're listening. Listen, I just been very fortunate. Honestly, I've been very fortunate. That I had great producers. I still do. I work with great producers, and I always had chemistry with people that were just as good, if not better, than I am. So I've just been very fortunate. That's what I chalk it up as, you know.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm actually, I was forced to do this interview by the Dave Z Nation because they told me they would castrate me if I didn't. So, Dave
Thanks,
Z
boys.
Nation, it's good. You can get off my nuts. We got Dave here. We're interviewing him. You're going to find out all kind of things.
Yeah, even the Dave Z Nation is okay. I got a few people in Canada, you know.
Yeah, well, they actually apologized to me for the Dave Z Nation.
They like to do that, don't
Yeah.
they?
So let's get into the beginning of your history. Now, I know the beginning of your history, because I've been over it. But let's start from your point of view. How did you end up in the podcasting world?
Okay, boy, I'll try to keep it short. Well, Alex Edwards and I from the Skeleton Crew have been friends for a very long time. We used to be on his group called Message Board back in the Message Board days, Crystal Lake After Dark. I used to be on the Fangoria message boards, but back when it was the real big thing. This is like 2002, 2003. And then one day I'm on the Fangoria boards because I would go on there every day for like half an hour because at the time that's all there was. Facebook and shit wasn't around, and I discovered all these other horror fans. It was a great time, the message board era. So there I am on Fangoria, and a new thread gets started, and it's a guy named Tommy Jarvis, and it says, "Hey guys, I just started a Friday the 13th message board. If you'd like to join." Now, them's the magic words. Friday the 13th. That's my shit. Despite what JP says, you know that's my franchise. So I saw that. I was like, okay, let's check it out. Sure enough, that guy, Tommy Jarvis, is actually Alex. And I joined the page and met him there. And, you know, we got to be friends and everything else. And then he started doing this podcasting thing. Before the podcasting, he was actually getting interviews with people. And it's so funny because he would get interviews with people and he would ask us what to ask these people. You know, so we would write, and he would do interviews. He would record them, and then you would actually see them. It wasn't recorded. You couldn't listen to them. You read it like reading an interview in Rolling Stone, for example, right? So it was kind of cool. So we would ask these people questions. He would have like fucking Reggie the Reckless on there and different people from the franchise. You know, and he interviewed them, and he would have the question and the answers. So anyway, he started doing that. Then he eventually started doing this podcast thing, Rabbit in Red, and at the time, I didn't think much of it. Not because I didn't listen to it. That's not a diss. I just didn't think much of the idea. I'm like, why do I want to listen to other people talk about horror? What are they going to tell me that I don't already know? That's just what I thought at first. I had no idea what it really was going to be about. So I didn't even listen. And then the message board thing kind of faded away, and we didn't lose touch, but there wasn't as much message board action going on, and Alex and I would still have a text or a phone call now and again for like a year or two. And then one day, he texted me, or I texted him, whatever it was, and he said, listen, you got to listen to this show. You have to listen to this Friday the 13th stuff. You, of all people, got to listen to this. And I said, okay. I said, how do I do it? Maybe he told me to do it then because they were on iTunes finally and it was easier. I don't know what it was, but I remember I was sick one day. I had the day off of work because I stayed home sick. And I sat down and I listened to the Skeleton Crew Friday the 13th Retro. And let me tell you, I was freaking 5 minutes into the first show, Friday the 13th, talking about the original movie, and hearing these three guys talk about this movie with passion and love and busting balls and joking about it and everything. And I was enthralled by it. It was like the first time I listened to fucking Dark Side of the Moon or something. That's how moving it was for me. I was like, I was blown away by it. And at the same time, I was thinking, I could do this too. I wish I could be in this conversation. I also think I'd be good at it because all my life I've kind of been, when I was a little kid, I used to put on shows, magic shows. I used to want to be a comedian, a magician. I would do things at the talent shows. So I was always into showmanship. So I heard this and I fell in love right away. And I said, this shit is awesome. And then I called Alex and said, listen, this stuff's amazing. And I listened to all the Skeleton Crews much like you did. Because at the time they were in like the 40s. So I had a lot of catching up to do. But I fell right in love with listening to it. And right then and there, I knew that I also wanted to do it. So that's what started me, Skeleton Crew.
And then episode 50, you made your first appearance. Yeah.
And it was so cool because, like I said, they were in the 40s when I started listening, so I was catching up. And they said, hey, the Facebook thing was going. They had the group page and like, call in. Episode 50's calling up. Call up on our voicemail and leave us a message. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do that, you know. So I did, and it was funny because because all of them, they picked up. Instead of it being a voicemail message, it was like a Skype call, and I ended up somehow online with them as they were recording the show. So, and it was awesome, and I ended up bullshitting with them for half an hour or whatever, and I was like, man, it's great to talk to all you guys and everything else, and that was the first time I was heard on a podcast, yeah, and then I was even more, you know, like I said, I got to do a show. I absolutely have got to get into this podcast world. So I'm just really lucky that I was friends with Alex and not friends with like some other guy that does like a random horror podcast. Because let's face it, and I could say this I'm not trying to brag. I'm not even saying it's me. But I've sampled over 200 horror podcasts, and I can only really subscribe to like between 20 and 25 tops. Just a lot are not for me. So what if I would have been friends with some other guy that just had a random podcast that I wasn't into? You would not be hearing me now. Luckily, I was lucky that I happened to be buddies with Alex, and it happened to be the Skeleton Crew. So, you know, thank them again.
Yeah, and then you started a podcast with someone else who also was a huge Skeleton Crew fan, the infamous Matt Wazell.
Yeah. Man.
So how did that come about? Who messaged who first? Who was like, you know what a good name for a podcast is? Banana Laser.
Yeah. So obviously you did not listen to episode 50, Bananiversary.
No, because like I said, I'm still going through Banana Laser.
It's all there. That's a long-ass show and a great show, if I may say so, because it's so much fun. It's just, you know... Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But, yeah, you know, here's the weird thing with Banana Laser. Matt was always active in the crew page. He was active on the show itself, calling in with games and different things and voicemails and, you know, the whole Matt Wazell drop and all that other shit. He was very involved, and obviously he didn't have a podcast of his own, but I could tell by listening to him that this cat's creative. Not just with his ideas, but he has skill with production because he's sending in these games to the show. He's doing certain things. And I'm like, okay, he's a real passionate fan. He seems like a cool dude. Maybe this is the guy I can do a podcast with. He likes the Skeleton Crew, so he has good taste. He has the same sense of humor that I have, you know, so let me see. So I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm interested. I'm trying to start a podcast. Would you think about doing it with me? And honestly, he was not. It wasn't that he wasn't interested. It's that he said at the time, I work too many hours. I don't have the time to do this, unfortunately. But thanks for thinking of me. Maybe someday down the road, if I have, if time opens up for me and I could think about it, maybe we could do something. So thanks, but no thanks. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So then I went on to do another show. I was desperate to do a show with anybody because I couldn't wait to do it. And this guy started a show, a guy named Frederick. He said, he made a post in one of these groups that said, hey, I'm starting a podcast. I'm looking for a co-host. So here's me, excited as can be. Yes, here's my shot, So I messaged this guy, Frederick, and talked to him a little bit, and he started a show called Dirty Bay Horror. And we did a show, just me and him, and it was okay, but he is more of a, I say this a lot. I never said it on air, but I say this to myself a lot, I guess. There's two different type of shows. There's morning radio shows, and there's, what's the word I'm looking for? There's the, what's that shit called?
Like shock radio? Like how?
No.
Shit? No.
The opposite. The late night. What do they call? Oh, shit.
Talk show host, like the late night, like Jimmy Fallon shit.
Not that. I'm thinking of a radio show, like the Quiet Storm. There you go. Okay. There's morning radio, and there's the Quiet Storm. Two different times of day, two different type of show. Morning radio is a little more energetic, party atmosphere. Hey, let's get up and go. Enthusiasm. Where the other thing. See, I already forgot. What's the word I said about
Quiet
night
Storm?
Show? Okay. Well, the Quiet Storm is like, hello everybody. Welcome to the Quiet Storm. Tonight we're gonna fill your ears with some wonderful. Okay. There's two different type of show.
You talking about them cats that play jazz on fucking at 2 o'clock in the morning and shit.
Yeah, dude, exactly. The nighttime shit. And the guys that are like, if you listen to like a rap station or like an R&B after like 10 o'clock, like 8 to 10 will be hip hop. Then at 10 o'clock they'll go into the Quiet Storm and they'll play R&B and slower shit. There's a difference. I dig the morning show atmosphere, and only so many shows have it. A lot of podcasts have very serious analytical discussions, which is fine because we analyze stuff on Exploding Heads too. You guys do it here, but you do it in a certain way. So let me just say that Frederick was more of a Quiet Storm type of guy, and I'm more of a morning radio type of guy. So it didn't mesh well. So I said, hey, Frederick, maybe we should get another host for show 2 just to try it out. He's like, okay. So who do I call? Matt Wiesel. I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, Matt, why don't you come on? We're going to talk about Cabin in the Woods on the show. You don't have to do anything. Just watch the movie show up and bullshit with us. And he's like, okay, I'll do that. So sure enough, he comes on, and Matt and I had instant chemistry. And that show ended. Long story short, it didn't take much longer for me to persuade Matt to do a show. And then one day he said, yeah, I've been thinking about doing this, and I already have a website. It's called Banana Laser. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's your idea. You're going to do the production. If you want to call it Banana Laser, I'm not going to argue. So that's it. That's how Banana Laser was born. And needless to say, I didn't do any more shows with Frederick. And Dirty Bay, I think they did maybe two or three more shows, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, I was just about to ask what happened to Frederick.
No, it's gone. No, you can find it. I think Dirty Bay Horror. You can look it up, and if you want to be a purist, if you want to go back and listen to Dave Z's first show and the first time Dave and Matt were on a show together, it's there for historical reference. If anybody in the world gives a shit.
Every once in a while, I like Quiet Storm, I used to have this job where I got off work at 2 o'clock in the morning and then had to drive through, country, like fucking 40 miles to my house through the country in the dark in the middle of the night. So, what I would do is in the parking lot at work, I'd roll up a fucking blunt and then smoke it in the dark on the way home, listening to whatever fucking jazz or whatever it was, classical music, whatever it was playing in the middle of the night, get high as shit on the way home. It was great.
It is great. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, there's a Quiet Storm type approach, and there is a morning radio type approach, and this show has a morning radio approach, too. It's just there's more enthusiasm with it. And I'm not knocking other shows that have a Quiet Storm feel. It's just there's a time and a place for it. Yes, if I'm blazing a blunt and it's 2 a.m. and I'm cruising, and I want to listen to some jazz. Hell yeah, I completely am down with that. But it's just when it comes to the podcast world, I just I like it morning radio style.
I don't know. How would you feel? I'm just curious about this because I came up with a good analogy the other day for Watson's show. Have you listened to Horror Corridor, Dave?
I love Horror Corridor. Never missed a minute.
Would you consider that to be a Quiet Storm show?
Well, he's kind of in between. Watson's kind of his own animal, honestly.
I said that he's the National Geographic of the podcasting. That's what I consider. I love listening to his show, but I that's how I described it to Jerry when I was talking about it the other day. That's what it's like because I love watching National Geographic, and when I listen to Watson, it's like listening to a documentary about horror movies. It's fucking awesome. I love it, and so I mean, it's like I could imagine Watson's show being on like the BBC or something.
I could too, and he's great at what he does. He's a rare bird. He really is. He's in the middle of morning radio and freaking Quiet Storm. He's very rare because I've listened to other shows like that are solo shows, and the guy analyzes a movie. Like I'm listening to one right now, and he's talking about Creepshow, and it's just he'll play a scene, and then he'll talk a little bit about it, and it's fine, but it's more Quiet Storm where Watson has an entertainment value to him that a lot of Quiet Storm guys don't. So that's why I think he's in the middle. He has a certain thing. I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, I love Horror Corridor. So Watson's my homie too. So
I'm trying to think of someone who would be that Quiet Storm. What about the Horror Cast?
Well, the Horror Cast, and I love that show too. I don't think they're Quiet Storm. I don't necessarily. They're not morning radio. They're another one. They're closer to morning radio because there's still enthusiasm there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to say. But listen, if Horrorcast was Quiet Storm, I wouldn't listen. That's what I'm saying. I don't listen to the Quiet Storm show, so I don't know.
Okay, I was just scared because I've listened to 4 or 5 of their shows, and I tend to. Because I feel like a lot of times you've got two of the biggest differences you have in podcasts are a lot of it comes down to how much comedy is in there. And you have people that are really good at on-the-fly comedy like Brandon with his puns.
Right.
And that's kind of where I separate people is how much comedy is in there, how serious the show is compared to how laid back it is. And the Horrorcast to me comes off as a bit more serious and a bit more professional than like Exploding Heads.
Yes, in certain ways because they don't cuss and because because every time Vin is there, he always brings the analytical point of view, which is great. See, I think it's kind of a mix where Mark Nato's kind of in the middle, where between being analytical and being fanboyish, and I mean that in a good way. And when Walshy's there, he brings that enthusiasm. That's that fanboy type enthusiasm. Mark's in the middle. Vin's where he is, and Susan when she's there she's YouTube host, so she has that personality going. But they're kind of they're a mixture of different personalities, so it's hard to classify them. But I think Mark Nato's delivery when he speaks isn't enthusiastic the way like a Walshy is or the way I am. But I don't think that he's morning radio either. If anything, maybe Vin is, but not even that much. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Horrorcast, again, they're different. And it depends on which episode you listen to, Jerry, because do you listen when Walshy's there or no?
I know I have listened to one where he is on there.
Okay.
Well, let's get in. Okay, so you're doing Banana Laser, and at one point we start going into a crossover of you and of Banana Laser and the Skeleton Crew. And there's also a joining, a melting of host. Alex starts coming on to Banana Laser, and you start going on to the Skeleton Crew. Now, I am correct that Alex joined Banana Laser before you joined the Skeleton Crew, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. So, because he joined what, at y'all's 1 year anniversary?
Yes, exactly.
And then after that, it all went downhill.
Yeah, they say we jumped the shark that year.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but okay. From your point of view, how do you feel like having that third? Because y'all were a 2-person show. Now, Kill the Cast, depending on what show you listen to, can be a 2-person show or a 3-person show. And I don't think it hurts or helps either way, because I think Kenneth and I, since we've been such close friends, we've lived together. I even got Alex to admit that a 2-person show can work with Kill the Cast, because he was like, no, the only show that's ever been able to do it is Banana Laser. No one else could do it, and even them, they had to have, they eventually got a third person. Third person is the secret sauce. Banana Laser is the only person that was able to do it. But then Alex has to come back to me after the Psycho 3 show and go, okay, you know what? You and Kenneth have it. Y'all can do a 2-person show.
Alex.
Yeah. And we did a better Psycho 3 show than Skeleton Crew did. Alex even admitted it. So suck it. But how do you feel it went from having a 2-person show to a 3-person show? Do you think it got better? Do you think it hurt? How do you feel?
I can tell you what, I had a great time doing both. Like the Halloween Retro, and that was just Matt and I when we did the Halloween Retro. And what a fantastic time. We had so many good times just as the two of us. But when Alex came on in guest appearances, we had even more fun. So that's when we decided, after a certain amount of time, you know what? If we ever are going to have a third, he's going to be the guy. And then we said, well, let's not entertain the idea yet. And then after a year came, we said, okay, let's see if we can get Alex to come in and have a third. But having all three of us was incredible, because it kind of took things to a different level. And then we also got together in real life, and that's documented on YouTube for our trip we had. And it's really hard to say. I would say that, and I know it's kind of the answer I'm giving is I really like them all equally.
Okay.
No,
that's fair. Because I'm the same way with Kill the Cast. I like our 3-person shows and I like our 2-person shows. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm on it. But for the listener. Yeah, for the listeners, shows... all that matters is that I'm on it.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. Well, I agree. Because if you weren't on here, because I've listened to the 2-man shows, and they're great, and you two can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? But not every show can do that. You have to have I'll tell you what, as much chemistry as I have with Christian and Brandon, I don't think Exploding Heads works if somebody quits and someone else jumps in. I don't think it's the same. We would probably still have some fun if somebody left and Matt came in, or Alex, or anybody, but it would not be the same. I don't know if it works if you remove somebody from the equation. Wait. Some people.
You can hear Christian right now going, God damn it, that means we have to keep Brandon.
Exactly. Yep. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, yeah. But it's got to be a 3-man riot. Well, I shouldn't say that. 3-man riot was that's the nickname for Banana Laser that we coined ourselves. Either way, Moods and JP, when they were doing the show, just the two of them, those were great shows.
They got worse when they added Jeremy back. Dave, I just posted that diss to him, and I said their best show was the one with Jeremy's not on it, with Exploding Heads on it. That's their best show.
The show is about Dave, Jerry.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you before you get started.
So
the show's about Dave.
And so we keep going on, and then you also end up. Dan ends up leaving the Skeleton Crew, and you end up joining. So let's get into that. How did that come about?
Well, honestly, that's all stuff that took place like behind the scenes.
You don't have to get into the dirty side of it.
Nothing dirty. No, of course not. No, I never would. No, I'm just saying that.
I was talking about you having to blow Alex to get on there.
Shit, he blew me to get on there. Who you kidding? No, I'm just kidding. behind the scenes, Alex was disgruntled for more than one reason, you know, and that's one of the reasons. And we talk about this on our show 50 Banana Laser. I think we talk about it there. That's one of the reasons we brought him onto onto Banana Laser, because he was a little bit disgruntled at the time with certain things going on behind the scenes with Skeleton Crew. And I wanted to ignite the fire again. I wanted to keep him, you know, enthusiastic and enjoying Skeleton Crew because he was talking about throwing the towel. And I was like, no. I said, listen, we got to get you up again. We're going to show you that this is fun again. This is just a bump in the road, whatever. Let's put you on Banana Laser. You know what? And sure enough, he came on, and it was great, and he enjoyed the hell out of it. We enjoyed the hell out of having him there. It was great. And then Skeleton Crew, you know, they still had some issues, but I think it helped him out a little bit. His psyche, I think he was, you know, in a better state of mind since joining Banana Laser. Then some other stuff went down, and at the time, you know, when Dan was leaving, obviously there's a hole to fill. And I remember at the time we were all talking about what should we do, and no, crew can't end. You guys got to go to at least 100, you know, come on. So we were trying to figure it out. So we're always texting behind the scenes, and we're talking me, Alex, Matt, Jamie, Jason Lloyd, all of us talking, you know. And I think initially, you know, Alex probably won't remember it this way, but I know this is what happened. We talked about it. I was like, why don't you and Jamie stay on? Kind of like what happened with 22 Shots when they were having guest hosts. It was just the two of them, and they were having guest hosts for a little bit. I was like, why don't you just keep it the two of you and have Matt and I and other people maybe come on there as the third host when you want us there. And Matt was a little bit too busy at the time, and I think he was kind of pushing for it to be me. So it just kind of happened naturally. Like, I was on a couple shows, and it wasn't anything official. Like, we were recording some shows, not even 100% sure if and when they were going to come out, because there was bickering behind the scenes still, and Dan didn't know if he was going or staying at the time. So I was kind of the backup guy, where Alex would say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to work out, so could you watch these movies just in case? Because we don't know how things are going to happen here. I was like, okay, I'll watch the movies, and if you call me to come on, I'll come on, and if not, then not. I'm going to watch them anyway, because you know I really like a podcast when I'm willing to watch a movie for it, just to listen to the show, because I do tend to. Matter of fact, I did it with Puppet Master the other day for this show. So I'll do that. So I watch the movies, and then Alex would say, okay, jump on or no. So that's what we did. It just kind of happened where I jumped on a couple shows, and of course we had good chemistry and everything was cool. So it just kind of happened, and then nothing became official till show 100. So that's just the way it was. It kind of happened naturally, and I happened to have the available time, and there I was.
Yeah. So then come full circle to 2015. We get the you starting a new show. You have so many ideas. Alex is burning out again. Banana Laser is over again. Well, that was y'all's first time ending, right? Because y'all came back 3 times now. The last time was just to do commentary tracks, which are fantastic, by the way. I have a flash drive just filled with Banana Laser commentaries because
Awesome.
I fucking love them. So Alex is getting burned out 2015. Banana Laser's over. You've got all these ideas, all these dicks and no holes. So
Exactly.
so
That's what hell's gonna be like.
Totally.
Well, at least we know a couple of people in the podcasting world that are going to be very happy. And according to the last episode of 22 Shots, it's going to be Brandon.
Nice.
So let's get into that. So what happened with the crew that was just where you started to where it was time for you to start your own show this time?
It's like you said, I had a lot of ideas, and I had been, to me, Skeleton Crew, you know, like I said, I came up on it. So it was always my idea of a perfect show, because I enjoyed the hell out of it, and because of the community and everything else. And then I started listening to other shows, and nobody would do it. No other shows would do it for me. And then I discovered 22 Shots. And I started listening to those guys. And these guys watch so many things and they were so knowledgeable about the genre. It was a different type of show than Skeleton Crew. And I'm not saying those guys aren't knowledgeable, because they are. But
well, Jamie
listen
is.
to 20...
Alex is dumb as shit.
Well, he may be dumb as shit, but he's still knowledgeable. You know, there's a difference between wisdom and knowledge, right? So he has his shit. He knows his stuff. The stuff that Alex knows, he really knows. Like, he knows the Universal. He knows the Friday series. He knows everything. And he does know other horror. But there was a certain show. I'll take it back to Banana Laser. There was a certain show where I told these guys, hey, let's watch all these Halloween movies. Not Halloween the franchise, but let's watch all these Halloween movies. Any movie that it's a horror movie that has to do with Halloween, let's try to watch them all and do something different on our Halloween episodes these years, because everyone always does the same movies, you know? So I said, I'm going to look up all these Halloween movies and see any horror movie that took place on Halloween, or it's a Halloween movie that people may not know of. Let's watch as many as we can, and we'll talk about them on this show. I'm like, okay, we'll do what we can do. This is Matt and Alex, you know. Now, they're busy people, you know. And I watched all these fucking movies. I watched like 30 movies, you know. And at the same time, I'm sending these movies to these guys too. I'm burning them. I'm sending them links. I'm doing all this stuff. And it turns out they maybe watched like 3 or 4 of them. And that's fine. I'm not complaining. That's just the way it worked out, where I had the idea to do different type of shows that required movies that people weren't as familiar with as franchise movies and you know, Hollywood movies and shit like that. More of that, where I can bring something new. So I watched all these movies, and they didn't really watch many. And that was like the first sign for me that I was doing something different than they were. And that's not a negative. I just happened to fill all my free time with movies. You know, and Matt didn't have a lot of free time. He worked a lot, still does, you know, and Alex has other interests too besides horror. Where me, 90-something% of what I watch is horror, you know? So I could do all that. So it got to the point that show was like the catalyst for me saying, I have ideas that these guys can't keep up with. And then listening to 22 Shots, those are the same type of guys. They watch a shitload. Now I can't just jump on 22 Shots and become a member. What am I going to do? Well, I have all these ideas, and I'm always throwing them at Alex, and most of the time it's just too much, because there was also a lot going on again. Alex was disgruntled a little bit because Michael J. came in, and there was some drama there, and then he exited, so he didn't have the best outlook. And here's me with all these ideas, saying, hey, let's do a clown show. Let's do a show where we watch 3 or 4 clown movies and do a show about it. Or let's do this, let's do that. And they just didn't want, you know, Alex in particular just didn't want to watch a whole bunch of movies. You know what I mean? It just wasn't the time. So I had all these ideas, and at one point he even said, dude, you have so many ideas, you should just start your own thing and freaking do that, because you have so many. He wasn't being an asshole, he was just us talking. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. And then I started coming up with different ideas for different shows, and that was it. Banana Laser was ending. Skeleton Crew was supposed to be ending. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to start my own thing. It's going to be a combination of 22 Shots and Skeleton Crew, my 2 favorite shows. And that was my concept from the beginning, and there you have it. Then I just had to find the right people, you know?
So let's get into that. Where the hell did you find Christian and Brandon?
Okay, well, Brandon was easy. Brandon is the Matt Wazell of 22 Shots.
Okay.
What Matt Wazell was to Skeleton Crew is what Brandon was to 22 Shots. He was calling in, doing voicemails. He was watching a shitload of movies, and I know that because he posted that he watched 80-something movies from 2014. I'm like, okay, this guy watches a shitload of movies. He does contests. He was doing giveaways on the 22 Shots page. So he was much like what Wazell was to that show, to Skeleton Crew. So I'm like, okay, this guy's creative, and he'll watch a bunch of movies. Boom. Good start. Can he talk on a mic? I have no idea, but I like this guy. So I had him in the back of my head. Now, Christian, I was, of course, I'm a Friday the 13th fanboy. He had has his podcast. Thank God it's Friday the 13th. So I started listening to that show a few months before I had my idea to do my show. And I'm listening to this guy, and not only is he funny, but he also is the producer and editor. And, of course, I need a producer and editor. I'm not going to do that shit. So I have to find someone that can do that. So now, what made me decide on Christian, besides his personality, because I knew I had to have personality, obviously, but he had personality, he made me laugh, they made me laugh. What really nailed it for me was the presence of mind that he has to edit his show. Where, I don't know if everyone listening is familiar with Thank God It's Friday the 13th, and if not, you should be, and this is not a knock on any other commentary shows. There are a ton of commentary shows. A lot of podcasts do it. You know, they don't even have to be a commentary podcast. Like Kill the Cast might do one of these days, where they just talk over a movie, and then they release the audio file. And they say, okay, start this movie in 3, 2, 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And then you guys riff on it. You know what I mean? A lot of people do it. And a lot of podcasts just do it. Now, what I learned from Matt and Alex was how important editing is. And taking out the dead air. And taking out the jokes that don't go anywhere. And the conversations that don't go anywhere. So, that happens. And what I noticed is that Friday the 13th, for example, it's a 90-minute movie, okay? Now, you put in Thank God It's Friday the 13th and listen to Christian and Vince do their show. It's not a 90-minute episode. It's a 70-minute episode. So they had the presence. So Christian, who's doing the editing, had the presence of mind to not have the listener sit there and listen to 90 straight minutes of sometimes no joke, sometimes dead air. You know what I mean? He edited a commentary, which nobody does. So between his personality and his presence of mind to edit a commentary, that's what made it official for me. And that's when I reached out to him, and that's when I reached out to Brandon and got very, very lucky.
Yeah, and the first Thank God It's Friday episode I ever listened to. Now, I did not know they were a commentary show because they don't put themselves out as a commentary show. You don't realize it, you know? And so the first one I listened to was Sleepaway Camp. And I'm like, man, they are jumping scenes. I thought this was like, as soon as I begin this, they kind of made me realize it's a commentary. Now they're just jumping scenes. And then I look and see how long the episode is, and it's like 50 minutes. And I'm like, oh, they're editing out all the nothing. And so it's a great way to listen to a commentary track because you're only hitting the important stuff. It's like a best of for a commentary track. And it's fantastic. And I had never heard anyone done that because I've listened to some times where I've tried to listen to it and it doesn't work unless I have the movie playing. Right. And sometimes it does. It depends on the host. But Christian found a complete way around that where he just, here's the best of what we did.
Yeah, smart with the audience in mind. You know what I mean? A lot of people just hit record and do minimal editing or no editing at all and put out their podcast. And that's fine. It's a hobby. It's for fun.
That's what Kill the Cast does.
What's that? That's what Kill the Cast does?
Yeah, that's what we do. We okay. But ours is always meant to have been a raw conversation. It was never meant to have tons of editing. I've always meant it to be a raw conversation that you feel like you're just in. And there's no editing when you're sitting there with your friends having that conversation.
Which is great. The only thing you're going to edit is if I say, hey, guys, I got to stop for a minute to go take a shit. You're not going to keep that in there, right?
Well, now I'm going to keep it in there.
No, well, I don't really have to take a shit, so fuck you. Okay. But see, you get what I'm saying, though, right? Jerry, as a person who edits, well, kind of. But, you understand the behind the scenes and how I listened to that show and said, hey, you know what? And I learned that from Matt and Alex. They're the ones that stressed the importance of editing. And I never thought about it. You know what I mean? But I learned from them. So I learned how to produce through them without actually having to do any producing myself. So I got lucky.
Okay, so who came up with the name Exploding Heads?
I believe it was Christian. Yeah. I remember we had no idea what we were going to call it. I was trying to think what was going to come up in search engines. Because, see, there you go. When it comes to advertising, what you were saying about promotion and shit like that, I'm always thinking about search engines and what comes up. And having the word horror podcast, that for me, that was absolute. I knew that I was going to do that. And I thought about calling it Freddy versus Jason podcast, horror podcast, because we used to joke about that, me and Matt and Alex and Jason, because anytime anything with Freddy versus Jason comes up, everybody gravitates to it. Everybody. You put up a picture of Freddy vs. Jason, people like it. The Freddy vs. Jason show is the most downloaded Skeleton Crew. It's something that people love. They see it and they gravitate to it. So I thought, strictly for getting hits and notice, I was going to call it the Freddy vs. Jason Horror Podcast. You know, I'm only thinking about getting noticed in search engines. So I said, hey guys, I don't know what I want to do here. What do you guys think? And we came up with 3 ideas. And I believe Christian came up with 3 titles. And Exploding Heads was, of course, one of the 3. And that was the one we all went with. It's just simple as that. I got to give Christian credit. He came up with 3. He said, choose which one. And we all seem to like... I wish I can go back and find the old messages and see what the number 1 and 2 are. I'm going to go digging and see if I can find them, because that'll be interesting. But that was it. But that's all it was.
You have chosen wisely.
Yeah.
Right?
And I get for the search engine. Originally, I was going to call Kill the Cast Zombie Tits. Because I was like, well, I'm sure there's someone out there like Kenneth who probably Googles zombie tits a lot. And they'll find us. See, exactly. It would have worked. I would have been a genius.
Well, next show, do a side cast and maybe have it like Big Black Dick's Horror Podcast or something,
I'll just take your idea, Dave, and we'll call it Freddy vs. Jason Sucks Podcast.
Do that too?
Sucks Big Black Dick. Let's extend it to make it better.
Freddy vs. Jason on the Midnight Meat Train.
Nice. Or Big Tits. Big Tits Horror Podcast. I'm telling you, that will get hits.
I like it. I'm a fan. Okay. So now I gotta ask you about this rule you have for Exploding Heads. Explain the guest rule y'all have, because I find it very interesting, because I'm at a point now where I have people like that like Kill the Cast enough to actually want to be on the show.
Yeah, me. I'm one of them.
Yeah. And so now I've got to start. I can't do a guest every single show.
No, you can't.
And that's part of the reason why I came up with the idea of wanting to do the interview show, because of that. And I mean, because let's be honest, if I come up to anyone, hey, do you want to be interviewed? Everyone's going to be like, hell yeah. But on top of that, I like knowing background stuff. I like knowing the history, and I like giving a person a bunch of questions that they have to respond to right then and there. I like putting people on that edge to see what happens.
Yeah, and we have to be honest, and I'm going to give 100% honesty, because that's what you said. You said, fucking just get on there, no bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
JP set the bar high on the no bullshit, so you have to come hard.
I know. I always come hard.
Okay. Well, alrighty then.
Just ask the old lady. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so explain your rule for having guests on Exploding Heads.
Okay, since it's no bullshit, I'm just going to tell it like it is. This is like behind the scenes talk. Here's what we notice. And people tell us this all the time, so I'm not tooting any horn. People always say you guys have great chemistry. We hear it all the time. We love the way you guys bounce off each other, etc., etc. We notice, and this is not to discredit anyone who's ever been on the show, because every time we have someone on the show, we do have fun. But I believe that we are at our best, and the 3 of us have the most fun when it's just the 3 of us. So we only want to have guests on every 10 episodes. Because we still want to have our friends on, and we still want to go through the motions, because it's only fair, because we go on their shows. And frankly, we love having them on the show. We just don't like doing it very often. I think that we're at our best, and not just me. I remember the conversation. One of them said it before I had the chance to. You know what I mean? We all feel that we put out our best shows, and we have the best time when it's just the 3 of us. How's that?
No, it's very good. I mean, because
it's the truth. So
plus, if you have someone on your show, if you've never done a podcast with them, you don't know how they work. You don't know how they run. I know if I am picking a movie, I know exactly if this is going to get stuff out of Kenneth, this is going to get stuff out of Jay, or if it's not. if I have someone else on the show, I don't know what they're going to bring to the table. I can only guess. Like, okay, let's take Watson, for example. We've both had Watson on our shows. In fact, Watson booked both of us on the same weekend.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Sorry.
Yeah. So now we both took completely different approaches to Watson. When we had Watson on the show, me and Kenneth were over here like, dude, we got to step up our game. We got to come with the smart shit 100%. Because this is Watson. This motherfucker is super intelligent, and we don't want to look like idiots. We got a top fucking notch with this guy. And we did. We came on that show, and Kenneth and I brought like our 100% intellect on that show, and we kind of threw Watson a little off because I don't think he fully expected us to say some of the shit we said.
Yeah, I came all over his face.
Yeah. And I've listened to a few other people on, like, even on our network who have covered Last House on the Left. No one went as deep as me, Kenneth, and Watson. There is,
Agreed.
like, we killed that fucking show. Literally, there's no reason to talk about this movie ever again. So, did you have that feeling of, like, Watson's coming on, guys, we got to come smart, or were y'all just like, we're exploding fucking heads? You fucking evolve into us.
Huh. I never think. I just put on the mic and start talking. The only prep I have is for the various notes I take, which I take note for fucking everything. When it comes to note taking, I take a note in daily life, not just for podcasts, for everything. So I have my podcast notes here, and I just put them up, and they're in front of me, and I plug in my computer, go on my Skype, turn on my mic, and talk. I don't care who's on with me. I don't do any. Of course, I care. I'm happy to have them, but I mean, I don't have any thought process as to who they are. Even like when we had Lauren on, who I've only spoken to on Twitter, never had her on her show, and she's an actress for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? So even when we had Lauren on, boom, plug her in, let's go. I never think. I don't know what those guys think. I don't know, but I don't know. There is no there's no prep. It's just like any other show. Get on the mic and start shooting the shit.
Interesting. I was just curious because even going.
I wish I could do that.
You can. State of mind, man. Just plug in and go.
Shit, dude. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I mean, I can't sit here and say that, especially when I've got people that I look up to from, being in this game now, and I can't say that I'm not starstruck by some of you guys. When we're on the show and things like that. I mean, it's like, I got to dial it back, when I get on there, because it's like, okay, I got to be professional and all this other shit. I'm a podcaster and I fucking cuss a lot, but I still got to be professional within my realm. But at the same time, I am kind of starstruck when you guys get on here, man. Especially you guys like you or like Alex. People that have. Like when I was on the Skeleton Crew, man, when me and Jerry did that episode with Alex and Dan, dude, that was like a dream come true.
Oh my god! If y'all could have heard the conversations that Kenneth and I had the week before doing that show, y'all would be like, y'all are the biggest little bitches I've ever seen.
For real, dude. I mean, because it's like I was listening. Like I started listening to the Skeleton Crew. Jerry told me to listen to the Skeleton Crew, and he was like, "Man, you got to listen to this stuff." And it was like, man, it was fucking awesome. But I didn't do what Jerry did. I didn't start chronologically. I just started hitting what I was interested in. I looked at the subject matter, and I was like, okay, well, I like Evil Dead. I'll listen to this one. And then I was like, okay, I fucking like the Halloween retrospective and all the rest of those. I just jumped around. So it was like I didn't go listening through them. You know what I'm saying? Like he did. So it's like, okay, on one episode, you would be on that episode. And then on another episode, you wouldn't be on that episode. You get what I'm saying? So I was just kind of hopping back and forth. And then from there, that's where I went to, because I really enjoyed the episodes where you were in there. That's when I went to Exploding Heads and started listening to those. And then I think you'd be able to pay attention to when I really started listening to it, because I started talking to you. That's when I started making comments about shit that you were reviewing.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah.
Because I was like, hey, this is my take on this. What do you think? And So it's like I get starstruck by having, you people on there, every one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, when we do these things. So I'm just kind of like, wow, so I can't really, sometimes I can't get myself in that frame of mind, but I don't have a choice. You know what I mean?
I could see Watson being intimidating because of the way his show is, but guys like me and Alex and shit, fucking, we're jerk offs. You hear us on our show bullshitting about the same shit that you guys are. Watson, well, he's a jerk off in his own way too. He's just a regular guy like the rest of us. But his show, he does wax intellectual, so I could see that. But then again, I remember when I first appeared on the Skeleton Crew and how nervous I was, and I knew Alex forever. It wasn't so much that I was nervous to be around Alex because I'd known her for years, but to be on that show, yeah, I remember being nervous about that shit totally.
Yeah, I remember the first time I called Kenneth and I was like, Kenneth, I'm going to be on the Skeleton Crew. I recorded a skit for Alex, and it's going to be on the next show. It's going to be on the Phantasm 5 show, man.
Oh, we were fucking ecstatic.
And
awesome.
I was so fucking stoked. And then I eventually convinced Alex to come on Kill the Cast. And that's how the idea for the interview show actually got birthed. Was from that, because we did half a movie review, but we just kept going off on tangents, so we just ended up interviewing Alex.
Nice.
And after that, it was
cool.
like we could do this again and again and again, and that's where we're at. And so speaking of that, let's ask Dave another question. Dave, can you remember a movie that actually scared you as a kid?
A movie that scared me as a kid.
Or teenager, whatever you want to be.
A horror movie?
I don't know. If Mary Poppins scared you, you can explain to me why.
I can dig that.
Well, okay. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. One movie has scared me and traumatized me my entire life, and I've never spoken about it on any show. And it's The Elephant Man.
Wow.
That fucking shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I was scared of it before I even saw it. I remember seeing not even the TV guide, it was the cable guide back in the day, the HBO guide, and just the picture they showed of this fucking guy with the mask on even was scary. With the mask on and the lettering, the way the lettering looked scary to me, and it was all dark and and it said, "I'm not an animal, I'm a human being, I'm a man." That fucking scared me. So I was terrified of that movie before I even saw it. Then I saw it, I'm like, fucking, how old could I have been? 10? Whatever the hell. Too young to be seeing some shit like that. And that shit fucked me up for life. And that's why to this day, if you listen to Exploding Heads or any shows, you've heard me talk about me having issues with fucking real life deformities and seeing shit like that and everything else. That's a lifelong trauma I've had.
Yeah,
you
talk all the time about how you sometimes have issues with body horror.
Well, body horror is a different thing because it's being done to you. So I imagine it being done to me, and it fucks me up. That's something that's believable. But as far as I don't want to see anything like in the Sentinel. We joked about the Balchinian guy and this and that. These are people that had real physical deformities, those guys knew that I had issues with that. I have a phobia. I have a fucking thing with any of it. So I saw that movie, and I probably I don't think that's the cause of the phobia, because I probably would have had it anyway. But seeing that movie at a young age and seeing someone that looked like that, even though it wasn't real, although it's based on something real, but that shit, to this day, is the freaking no movies. I don't want to watch that movie now. Nothing's ever disturbed me or scared me so much.
So you couldn't watch, and this is a serious question. I'm not making a joke. Couldn't watch. So you couldn't watch that movie. You remember that movie that came out with Sam Elliott in it, The Mask?
Here's the funny part. Love it. Used to watch it over and over again. Mask.
Wow, really?
You know why? I think I made myself love it because he was treated, for the most part, good. He had a loving family. He had a mother, grandparents, friends. Sure, some people busted his balls, but he actually was put in situations where who cares that he has this? He's a fun-loving guy. He loves baseball. He likes motorcycles. He led a different life. In that other movie, his fucking life was nothing but misery, and it was dreadful. And the whole movie, the way the movie was shot, and everything about it was just fucking scary, spooky, and fucking awful. Where Mask, it was kind of brought to light. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, I mean, if you think about it, could your issues with, the deformities and whatever else, it's not really the deformities themselves, but it's the fucking atrocities that human beings do in relation to those that could actually be causing the fear?
I think that's probably half of it. But if I saw somebody in real life, no matter what the situation was that looked that way, I'm still uncomfortable. So it's still a phobic thing for the actual, for the deformity. But also what you said, like I remember watching Carrie for the very first time, and that disturbed me because of the shower scene, because I couldn't believe how mean those girls were being to Carrie.
Right.
I remember that hitting me hard. So it might be a combination of all that, yeah.
Yeah, because that shit, that kind of thing fucks with me too. How people treat other people, and I mean, Jerry's probably the same way because of various things that have happened in our past. So that's the reason why I kind of correlated those two together.
Yeah, have you ever seen Todd Browning's Freaks?
No, and I will not watch it. And I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
That's the only movie. I don't care. Patreon people, you can put your shit in there. You can give me $6 or $12 or whatever dollars. I will not watch it. I don't give a shit. And I'll put that out. I'll put it out. Thank you for bringing it up. I'm going to say tomorrow night when we record Exploding Heads, that movie will not be watched. I don't care. You could give me $600 for a Patreon. I'm not watching the movie.
I'll give you your money back. I'm not watching that shit.
I want no part of that shit, dude.
Yeah, because the whole time I'm sitting, and I thought that was actually the movie Kenneth was going to bring up before he said The Mask. And at first when he said The Mask, I was like, well, I don't think he's got a problem with Jim Carrey, Kenneth. Let's not go that far. I thought he was going to bring up Todd Browning's Freaks, because you have, like, for people who don't know what that movie is, you have actual disformed people who worked at the circus in the movie. It is not special effects or anything like that. The
reason why I didn't bring up Freaks is because I wanted to see how Dave felt about it because of the positivity things that are in that movie, and I wanted to see how it kind of went together. Even though it was surprising to me that he could, what I was surprised about was how much he watched it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that was kind of the reason why I chose that one instead, because Todd Browning's Freaks, man, it's a fucked up movie in general. It's just weird. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And The Mask is not. The Mask has got a lot of positivity in it for the most part.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
All right, so, well, now we know you cannot make him watch Freaks. It will not happen. Nope. So, okay, so now I believe most people here know what your favorite horror movie of all time is. You've said it multiple times, but for those who don't, let them know.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah.
No, Kenneth.
What?
We're interviewing him now.
Sorry.
See, his memory is terrible. He forgot he was on the show.
I got distracted for 2 seconds. My bad. It happens a lot with me. I'm watching John Fishman come on stage with a fucking crown and a cape on. He's the drummer for Fish, and they're in the background on my TV right now with the volume all the way down. It's a live feed, and the show just ended, but they're doing an encore, and the lead singer / guitarist is on the drums, and the drummer is fucking wearing a crown and a cape, and he's doing some fucked up thing on stage. I don't know what he's doing, so it distracted me. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, The Shining. The Shining is my favorite, although I've been saying for years that it's The Shining and The Exorcist always in that top spot, but I always claim The Shining. But lately, the last time I watched Halloween, this past October, when the movie ended, I said to myself, you know what? This is my favorite horror movie. But I'm going to say The Shining. It's those three. It's those three fucking mixed in straight up. But I'll say The Shining still because that's what I've always claimed.
So I could hear Kenneth for a second going, yes, The Exorcist, it's happening.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just like, Halloween in the same boat as The Exorcist? No, never.
Dude,
never.
Halloween, you sit down and when I sit down and watch Halloween on Halloween night, when that movie ends, I can't tell you the way I feel. When the credits roll, it's like it's more than a movie. It's like an experience. It's no other movie invokes that type of reaction out of me, where I'm like, wow, every time I fucking see it. And I only watch it once a year now. So, I don't know.
I could say the same thing about The Exorcist, man. I mean, because, it's very clear that that's my favorite. And I could say the same thing about The Exorcist, man. It's just, the only time that Halloween ever really does anything for me is just watching it on Halloween. And there are other movies that I watch that give me that holiday emotion. You know what I'm saying, for lack of a better term, because we all know how that is. Like when you watch certain Christmas movies on Christmas, you get that happy, joyful Christmas spirit. And then, yeah, there you go. That give me that Halloween spirit. There are other movies that do it much better for me than Halloween, but it still kind of does it. It's just not, I get more of the Halloween spirit out of Hocus Pocus than I do out of Halloween.
But it doesn't have that ending, though. It doesn't have that, like, it isn't just because it's Halloween. It's just the way the movie Halloween ends.
Right.
And with him being missing. And I don't know, the soundtrack and everything. And then it go into those scenes in black. And then the credits roll all in orange and the music plays. It's just an experience. That's what it is, man.
I got you. I can actually say that I enjoy Halloween 2 more than I enjoy the first one.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I enjoy Halloween 3 more than any of them.
I love that one too.
Yeah, that was really good too.
So now JP really didn't have an answer to this one because he barely knows how to read. But do you have a favorite horror novel? Do you have one?
Yes, Clive Barker's Weave World is my favorite.
Nice.
Oh, now Kenneth's got a hard on.
Nice.
Clive Barker.
Yeah.
Very good choice, man.
I know you like Barker's stuff too. Yeah. I haven't read it in so long, but it's definitely the best read I've ever had. Well, when I finished the book, I was like, man, that book's fucking amazing. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some questions from the Dave Z Nation.
All right.
And you were talking about fish. Well, your first question is from Joey Afonte from Death by Podcast and Slice and Dice Dreadcast, which your co-host Christian has been on. And I've been on twice. So he goes, Dave, what's your favorite fish song and why? At first I thought he misspelled fish sauce, and I thought it was just really weird.
Fish sauce.
Yeah.
Tartar. No. Let me think about this. Boy, that's hard. I guess I could say probably You Enjoy Myself.
I enjoy you a lot, typically.
Thank you. I enjoy you too, both of you. Both of yous, actually.
Woohoo! Yes.
Speak proper New Yorker, Jesus.
Right, exactly. You Enjoy Myself probably would be the... it's so tough to pick because you got that. You got Divided Sky, which is put together like a composition, like a classical composition song. And Run Like an Antelope has like a fucking 8 to 10 minute guitar solo at the beginning before the lyrics even start, which is like freaking better than sex. Which
means I will never listen to it because I can't.
You don't like guitar solos?
I don't like instrumentals. I'm a voice.
Oh.
I'm a vocal and lyrics person. I love the way people pronounce things, how voices sound, and I love poetry. I love lyrics. But instrumentals just do nothing for me. And everyone's tried. My dad, Kenneth, everyone's tried to get me to appreciate instrumentals more, and I just cannot do it. I just get bored and immediately want to... It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make me think. I need voices and I need lyrics.
Fair enough. I wouldn't push it too hard on you then. Yeah, it's and jam bands aren't for everyone. You have to be in the moment. You have to be able to appreciate that type of music and certain talents. So hey, I can dig it. I'm gonna officially say it though. I'll officially say You Enjoy Myself is my favorite Fish song. There you go, Joey. The way it's put together is amazing. He knows it. It comes in 4 or 5 different parts. It starts one way, then goes into a different thing. It transitions. It's one of those songs where because I'm a lyric guy and I'm a music guy, but I can air guitar, drum, bass, anything in that song, every single note, I know it. And I just love the way it flows. It's just an amazing song. So
yeah, I can't air guitar, but I can air Guitar Hero. So next question is from Bill Casanelli, which let's take a second to Bill Casanelli. Don Anelli and Joey Infante are starting a new podcast. Did you see this, Dave?
Yeah.
The-
yes.
the-
Yes.
Now, that's 2 new podcasts that are coming because we're going to get to another one soon also. But
What?
they're starting one called the Horror Mafia, and I just wanted to know, did they approach you to get a blessing? Because you're like the most mafia person on the network. Did they have to come to you and kiss your ring and like watch you pet a cat?
Well, I'll tell you what. I talked to Joey just tonight about it. Speaking of Joey again, I spoke tonight about it, and I have a feeling I'll be popping up on there once in a while. No, they got enough juice between them. And don't forget that Joey is an Italian from New York, and I'm from New York, but I'm from Buffalo. He's from New York. He's from like the 5 boroughs. He's from
damn.
I've been on Slice and Dice twice. In fact, once was to cover Don because Don's headphones didn't work because he lives in a treehouse.
I remember. Yeah.
And so like 5 minutes beforehand, Joey's like, Jerry, will you come on and just fuck around? And then I get on, and then Joey leaves for like 20 minutes.
And you started hosting.
Yeah, and I started hosting.
See, you're a natural.
And then, Kenneth, you remember when you were like, when you listened to the first time I was on Slice and Dice for Maniac, and you were just like, you kind of took over the show? I brought it up to them and asked them how they felt about that, me doing that. It was fucking hilarious. But Bill wants to know, who do you think is the best looking gal in the entire Friday the 13th franchise? He gives it to Debbie Sue Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 5. And I will say this, if you listen to the commentary tracks of Friday the 13th by Banana Laser, 90% of what they talk about are the women. So you can hear them go into full detail about this. But Dave, as a Friday the 13th expert who may or may not be a bigger Friday the 13th fan than JP, who's your choice?
That's the answer. I agree. I concur with BC. It's Debbie Sue Voorhees.
And I third that because, Lord help me.
Beautiful.
I've got 2 for this.
But Debbie,
she's got the best hits.
she's
but
got the
I'm
best
not even
hits.
a tit guy.
She's
She's got such a great rack.
She is literally like, as soon as she looks at me, I'm like, where do you want the child support? I'll just go ahead and give it to you.
But
Yep.
I think the most beautiful chick, in my opinion, is the chick from Part 3, not the final girl, but the one that was dating the dude that did the shit with the yo-yo.
Everybody loves her. I know. Yeah,
She's gorgeous.
Here's the problem. For me, she always, every time I saw that movie growing up, she looked like one of my cousins. So because of that, I can appreciate her now that I'm older and I look at her and I'm like, yeah, she is a very pretty girl. And they probably had the best cast of all of them. But because she reminded me of my cousin so much, I wasn't attracted to her. You know what I'm saying?
I'm over here like, why is that a problem?
I can dig that. You're a Yankee. Yeah, I was just going to say, you're a Yankee. I can dig that.
We're from the South.
We're from the South. Man.
That
shit doesn't bother
who gives
us.
a shit?
That's true. That's true.
You know who the best looking guy in Friday the 13th is? It's Mark in the wheelchair.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he?
Oh, he's fucking perfect. All right, next
Isn't
question.
it great how he gets that kill and they make it repeat when he gets the machete in the head? Isn't that fucking crazy?
He gets screwed over worse than fucking anyone in Friday the 13th. He literally doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, is like positive, like, oh, I'm not going to be in this wheelchair forever. Like such a positive role model. And
technically, he can't fuck.
Well, I don't know, because he said he could.
Yeah.
He said that he could get the job done.
Oh, you're saying he's gonna give a tongue lashing.
I assume the mouth with the fingers.
Okay, fair enough.
That could be just as good.
But and that's even worse. He's a handicapped person who's about to get some action from a pretty hot chick, and nope. Jason's like, I'm an equal opportunist. Fuck you, and just machete to the face. he
I'll
believes
give a fuck. I hate everybody.
in equality.
That's right. He even killed an unborn baby in the next movie from that girl you were just talking about. So
Yeah.
Right.
So
Boom.
all right, I'm gonna butcher this name, which is understandable if you have Dave on a show. Eric Sondheimer. Sondheimer? Sondheimer. I'm going to go with Sondheimer. Dave, what would be your perfect meal? The spaghetti and meatballs, huh?
My perfect meal, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
And you can't say Christian's dick.
no, I will not say Christian dick. I leave that for Brandon. No. Let's see here. I'm not really a 5-course type of guy, so I'm not going to go with a whole salad and this and that and a dessert. But perfect meal. If I can get like a smorgasbord of everything, I get my mother's lasagna, homemade, and surf and turf, filet mignon, and lobster tail. That's all I would need.
Alrighty then. So
I just heard the term surf and turf like around the 4th of July. I had never
For
heard
real?
that before. Yeah, I had never heard that term before. And then we went to one of them restaurants that's kind of like medieval time, but with pirates in Orlando. And we watched the whole pirate show and whatever. And that was one of the options was surf and turf. I was like, what the fuck is surf and turf?
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
And they explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I had never heard that term before. So,
did you get it? That's my question to you. Did you get surf and
no,
turf?
actually, I was. I thought that's what I was getting because when we walked in the door, that Nikki had said something to me about it, and she said, she said something about surf and turf. So I thought that she meant that that's what I was getting, but instead, she was asking me if I wanted to upgrade to it, and I was like. And then I ended up getting like roast and mashed potatoes and some other shit and this cake that was really awful. But
man, that's bullshit. I went to a pirate thing and all I got was raped and plundered.
But the best thing that I ate while I was there is they had like this fried macaroni and cheese. Dude, it was like mozzarella sticks, but it was in like this triangle shape, and it was macaroni and cheese that had been deep fried. It was fucking amazing.
Nice. I've seen them before. I'm going to make it more interesting. Besides, this is what I'm doing on my birthday, which is August 2nd. I cannot wait for my birthday for this reason. Because this is what I'm going to eat on my birthday. And these are things I never eat. So the last time I had a bagel was August 2nd of last year. Okay? Because I quit fucking, breakfast bread. The only bread I eat is pizza. Because I'm not quitting pizza for any fucking diet. So it ain't going to happen. But on my birthday, this is what I intend on having. I'm going to have a bagel with cream cheese, maybe butter. I'm going to have a bagel for sure that day. And then later on, I'm going to go through a McDonald's drive-thru, and I'm going to get a large fry because I haven't had French fries in, I don't know, at least a year, maybe 2. What else am I going to have that day? I'm going to get some ice cream, some Perry's ice cream cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough. And I'm going to get pizza, of course, because it's my favorite meal. And I'm going to have a Nutrageous candy bar. And, a couple pieces of candy. So.
Damn, dude, you sound like you've been stranded on a fucking desert island for a year or something.
I don't eat this shit. I'm dieting. I never eat any of this stuff. So, like, that's what I do. My cheat days are holidays. So now I look forward to every holiday. Just for that reason, because that's going to be my cheat day. So, like,
how many sizes have you went down?
Well, let's see. I used to be, at the height, I was like I was approaching like a 38 waist size, and right now I'm down to like a 32. You know.
Damn, dude, you were approaching a 38. You make me feel like I'm just huge, man. I'm at a 40. How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm not tall though. I'm Italian. I'm 5'8" tops. You know.
I'm like 5'10", so I'm not much taller than you.
Yeah.
Jerry's taller than both of us.
Yeah. Well, I see. And Jerry's thin. He's fucking got it going on. How old are you, Jerry?
I'm 28.
Yeah, wait till you hit 30. You might not be so...
See, I don't have 34. To worry about all that because I have depression that makes it to where I don't eat. So all I got to do is just fucking wake up depressed, and then I'll lose a bunch of weight, and it'll be perfectly fine. I could be a model.
Oh yeah, tall, thin, small dick.
Yeah, I'm fine. Perfect, man. Like people look at me and go, "He's either a model or a heroin addict." I haven't quite figured it out yet.
You're like Howard Stern.
Yeah. Okay, so next question comes from Matt Jonkowski. He says, Dave, buddy, out of all the horror films you have watched with your daughter so far, which were you most excited for her to see for the first time?
Friday the 13th, Part
What?
2.
No, that's a good question. But I was saying, do you notice Dave when he answers these questions, it's like he like smokes weed right first. He's just like, yeah.
I
Friday the
should be
13th,
smoking weed.
Part 2.
Thanks for reminding me. All right. I wasn't smoking weed. Maybe now I will. I don't know.
So Friday the 13th, Part 2. I know. Much like Alex, you are a big fan of that. It's your favorite in the franchise.
Yep.
So
It is. And it's weird, though, because The Shining is my favorite, and I let her see that. But I wasn't quite as excited because I wasn't sure how she was going to take it, because it's very slow. You know what I mean? I knew Friday the 13th 2 was a little more upbeat, and I was really excited for her to see the final chase scene and shit like that, you know?
yeah, and the titties
How
are
old's your
way
daughter
better in
again?
Friday the 13th.
For sure.
How old's your daughter again?
My daughter, she's 11 now. At the time, she was 10. But everything that I showed her, and parents, if you're out there, I want you to listen to this if you've never heard me before. Because every time I mention this, people say, oh, it's a good idea. I never thought of it. Last October, or the year before, because I have the DVR, what are the channels that show, like, is it Sci-Fi or A&E? Whatever, a lot of the channels show horror movies during October. Monster
Turner
Vision,
Classic Movies.
yeah,
AMC.
Turner Classic. Right, there you go. They all do that shit. And they censor them. So it occurred to me, hey, this is a way I can show my daughter all these 80s slashers and get away with it. So I recorded all the Friday the 13th, everything that came on that I love. I recorded it on DVR. Then when it came time to show my daughter, I was able to show it to her because they were the censored versions. So that's what I did.
No.
How old was? I got a question, and I have a daughter too, and she's going to be 6 this year. How old was your daughter when she finally, or did she start young like the rest of us did? But how old was she when she finally started getting curious about, hey, Daddy, you watch horror movies, getting curious about them?
Well, I think she was always curious because she was familiar with everybody. Because I used to collect all kinds of figurines,
Right.
and so did my ex-wife. So she grew up around that. So she would call Freddie and Jason and Michael her friends, because I would have the Sideshow collectibles and this and that, and she was always into them. But, of course, we never let her watch the movies, and she never really asked to watch them. I think I showed her Poltergeist when she was like, I don't know, 8 or something like that, figuring that was going to be her gateway. But she was always curious, but like, you know what I mean? She never said, hey, can I watch that movie or anything? I think she just accepted it as normal life that there was a bunch of horror stuff around. So.
Because my daughter, man, if I mention watching a horror movie to my daughter, she's like, nope.
Yeah. Well, listen, my daughter was always afraid of blood. Like, she had seen blood on the screen a few times. Just in like, things that I didn't even think were inappropriate. Like I said, I'm the same guy that showed her the censored version of everything when she was 10. So I'm not the type of guy that shows her all kinds of messed up stuff. But I think I forgot what I was watching. I think I was watching a documentary about the slasher movie, one of the slasher documentaries, and she had seen some scene where a guy got his tongue ripped out and there was blood on the end of the tongue, and she had a reaction to the blood. She's like, oh, she backed up, and ever since then she had mentioned it to me that she was afraid of blood. And I think she might be over there now, but that, for whatever reason, that's what got to her. And when I showed her Poltergeist, nothing scared her. The clown scene didn't scare her. The tree coming through and grabbing the kid, none of that shit scared her. But about 2/3 of the way through this movie, she looks at me and she starts crying. And I was like, I fucked up here. I said, oh, Jesus. I said, I'm sorry. What's the matter? What's the matter? And she said, is the little girl going to get back home to her parents? And I was like, oh, that's what crushed me. Because nothing scared her, but she, like her daddy, is emotional, and she was worried about, the child coming home. So I'll never forget that. I kicked
That's
myself
sweet.
in the ass. Yeah, I feel bad about it still. You know what I mean? That I didn't traumatize her, but she wasn't afraid, and she's not afraid of barely anything. It's weird. So I'm lucky in that respect.
Well, the closest I've came is my daughter watched Evil Dead 2 with me and laughed.
Oh, really? My daughter won't watch it. I wanted her to watch Evil Dead. And I'll show that to her rated R because I don't see anything wrong with that. I just don't want her to see the sex stuff.
Right.
You know, I don't mind her seeing the violence and the scares. I don't want her. It's weird because there's even PG-13 movies from the past that I would not show her now. But it just depends on the movie. Like I let her watch Child's Play. That's rated R. There's nothing sex in that. You know, as long as there's nothing sexual or innuendos and shit like that, I'm cool. But
no, it's crazy. What's crazy is like she watched that with me when she was like, I think she was like 4 years old, man. And I was sitting in here watching it, and she came in and she just crawled up in the chair and sat in my lap, and she was watching it with me, and we were dying laughing, you know, because Evil Dead 2 is fucking hilarious, and we were just dying laughing. But she, for some reason, she just won't, you know, like I've tried to get her. She watched the original Fly with me, well, the one with Vincent Price. She watched that with me, and she enjoyed that, but she hasn't been able, you know, I've thought about, you know, she watched like a little bit of The Walking Dead, like in passing or whatever. Right. And she's watched me play horror video games. But, you know, if I ever like straight up suggest, hey, why don't you check this out? You know, it's a scary movie. She just, you know, just really doesn't have any interest. And the crazy thing about it is she really hasn't watched a whole lot of that shit, but she's going through that phase where she's having nightmares. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so, you know, when I was going through that phase, I had, you know, I watched Night of the Living Dead when I was 4. So it's like, you know, and I had seen other horror movies, and my mom watched Jason and shit all the time when I was young, and, you know, all this other kind of shit. So I had genuine, you know, things for my imagination to go haywire with. But with her, I'm just like, okay, so her mind is naturally going to crazy things. Like she's got this, you know, like I said, she's almost 6, and she's got this this teddy bear type thing that she loves really, really, you know, like a lot. And she comes in here the other night, and she comes strolling in here. She's like, Daddy, and she's crying, she's bawling. She was like, Daddy, I had a dream that Sprinkles, the teddy bear thing, was getting ripped apart by a dog. And I'm like, I'm thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, how the hell do you come up with this shit, man?
Yeah.
Because she don't ever see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst thing that she sees is like when me and Nikki are watching one of those weird ass fucking sitcoms that comes out now, and they randomly talk about sex in the sitcoms. But other than that, she really doesn't see any of that shit, because I'm not gonna like force her to watch violence, you know. And so I'm like, how did she come up? And then she comes in here later, and she had a nightmare about something happened to me and her mom.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And so you know, I have to go in there and give her the speech about how, you know, it's her imagination and she can control her imagination and stuff like that. So that worked. She actually slept through the rest of the night after I did that. But, you know, it's just interesting to me how a kid's mind can go to certain things. And since you got a daughter, I was just kind of curious of your perspective.
Yeah, well, I think you're in the same boat I am. You're not going to really show her too many things, and when the time comes, you probably feel like I do. The violence isn't really what's bothering you. You just don't want, you know, just all that sex shit. I mean, you can't even watch like regular shows now, 8 o'clock freaking primetime shit, and there's sexual innuendos, even commercials sometimes now. It's crazy.
Right, man. Like I can't even remember the sitcom that we were watching. It had David Spade in it, and it's the one where he like. It's got him, and you got the 2 different couples, and the 2 couples live in the apartment building across from each other. And then David Spade just kind of lives by himself, and he's this dude that fucks all these random chicks because his dad's like this millionaire or whatever. And I'm like, you know, this is primetime fucking TV. And my daughter and me and Nikki are just sitting there watching it. And then Jade comes back a few days later talking about how her dolls are having sex. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did she hear that shit from?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. And her mom's looking at me like, I don't know where she heard that shit from. And I'm like, I bet it's that fucking TV show. And, man, I lost my shit. I was like, what the fuck? She ain't old enough to be talking about that kind of thing. And I'm like, when she's 16 fucking years old, any guy that comes over here is going to get fucking shot. I mean, I lost it. And,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, but you're right, man. I mean, it's just primetime things, man. And I'm like, damn, you know. And but I want her to be, you know, I don't want her to be afraid of stuff that's on TV. I don't want her to be afraid of that kind of thing, because the shit that's on TV, as long as it ain't fucking bullshit media, the damn shit that's on TV ain't real, and I want her to realize that. And so I'm trying to find the perfect time to kind of, sway her into it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you'll get there. You'll feel it. It's all about the way she behaves. Her behavior is going to dictate, how you're going to make your decisions. That's what it comes down to.
I forced my cat to watch Jaws of Revenge. Does that count?
Oh, that's cruel.
What? Jaws of Revenge is fucking fantastic. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck? I can't. I don't know. I've only seen it once, and it's been years. So I can't really even.
It's fantastic. Well, let's go on to the next question. Don Anelli wants to know, what gave you your fascination with found footage films?
Well,
how did you find found footage?
Found footage found me. No. How did I find found footage?
I woke up and someone just left Blair Witch on my front porch. I don't know what happened.
I guess the question really is, like, what do I like about it, I guess? Because, where did you find it? We all saw it. What was the question? How was it worded?
Like, what gave you your fascination with found footage?
Oh, okay. The fascination. I'll tell you what. I've said it before on the show. I feel like they are more realistic than regular horror movies. I get that feeling when I'm watching a good found footage film, because you're in the place literally of the protagonist. You're the one holding the camera, and we've all held the camera before. We've all been in that position, and I just feel when shit hits the fan in movies like that it's scarier to me. I feel like I'm in the protagonist's shoes more so than like other kind of movies. Like, that's all it is. It's like the level of immersion of those movies is greater than watching a regular horror movie. I guess I get the feels from it. It works.
What's your favorite one
of all time? Wow, shit.
Your favorite found footage?
Let me think.
R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet.
Oh no, that's Brandon. Brandon's trapped in the closet. No, Wreck. I would say Wreck is my favorite one.
All right. So next question is, Adam Claver wants to know, if you were given the opportunity to personally supervise a new Friday the 13th film, what would it entail?
Holy shit, what would it entail, huh? Well,
yeah, like what's just a few things you would want to make sure happened?
Telekinetic abilities.
No, actually, Dave's over here like, well, first of all, no one would know about it until it's fully done.
That's for sure. Yeah, you know what I would do? I would do the Blair Witch trick. You're right. I would do, like, those assholes drop the ball, but I mean, I like the movie. I don't mean that. What I mean is, remember they marketed it as The Woods, and then it came out as Blair Witch. But they announced that it was Blair Witch like a month before. They should have just surprised everybody at the theater. People were thinking they're going to see The Woods, and they would
I
see
totally
that.
Agree.
Wouldn't how amazing, and the buzz would have been even heavier for it. But imagine if you could do a movie like that. Thank you, Jerry, because you half answered it then. Market it as something else. Don't let anybody know shit, and let it come out, and it's a Friday the 13th. Now, I'm going to put Jason. Here's what I do. It's another Friday the 13th. It's part 13, of course. It's another movie. It's not going to be an origin. It's not going to be any of that shit. It's going to be hockey mask Jason. And above all, this movie is going to have one thing in it, and that is scary atmosphere. It's going to be scary. That's what I want. I don't mean just stupid jump scares, although I don't have a problem with jump scares when they're used right. They're fine. But scary is what it's about. It's going to have the classic soundtrack, and Harry Manfredini, all that. It's going to have a scare thing to it. Gore, yes, there's going to be gore. TNA, I could take it or leave it. I don't necessarily need that in my horror movie. Definitely nothing like they did with the remake, which was over-the-top sex. It's not necessary.
It's great.
Yeah, you know what? You thought the sex was great?
Hell yeah.
It's just uncomfortable, I thought. It was just over the top.
Your titties are stupendous.
Yeah, exactly. And they were.
They were, but they were trying too hard to push the sex thing, I thought. I mean, Friday the 13th has the stigma Just like people think there's such thing as the rules because of Scream, with all that shit, with the girl being virginal and all this other shit, and she can't smoke weed, and people say, "Oh, Friday the 13th all about TNA." No, it's really not. It got that stigma, but there isn't really that much TNA in that franchise. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some, but I mean, it's not like they probably have more TNA. Like in Friday the 13th, the remake, that was probably all the TNA added up for the whole rest of the series in that one movie. It was just
it was just a supernatural episode anyway with Jason in it. That's exactly what that movie was, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay.
But hang on. All right. So elaborate a little bit on what you mean, if you can. Elaborate a little bit on what you mean by the scary atmosphere.
Well, I'm going to have Jason lurking. I'm going to have like, you don't see that shit anymore in movies. You don't see somebody stalking. You don't see somebody doing it from afar. All you see is somebody getting lost and something happens, and all of a sudden a killer jumps out and kills them. I want atmosphere. I want something created. I want to see shots of the woods, the moon. I want some subtleties to my film.
You want to go back to like the first Friday the 13th.
Maybe. I mean,
to me, it seems like you want people to feel more like the sense of being hunted.
Yeah, I want it to be slow when it should be slow and quick when it should be quick. Like It Comes at Night. That kind of people. I want there to be slow tension, like there is in It Comes at Night, but in a slasher. Not the whole movie, of course, but in the downtime, I want the movie tension-filled. I don't want kids drinking and talking about tits and sports and weed. Yes, you have to have that. You have to have kids talking. But I want there to be downtime where, you see people being stalked and murdered one by one, where it's like they did in the early Friday the 13th films. I just not like the shit they make now. I want something that people are going to remember, where people are going to walk out and there's going to be heavy debate. Instead of just saying, "Oh, it's just another dumb slasher. Yeah, it was good. 3 out of 5 or 6 or 7 out of 10.
Where it doesn't seem like a slasher movie's making fun of itself.
Yeah, just not typical. Like, I want people to debate like they did a movie It Comes at Night or The Witch. I want people to get out and some people to say, "Wow, for a slasher movie, that was kind of slow." And I want other people on the side of the fence to say, "Yeah, idiot, that's called freaking building tension." That's what I want. You don't see that in slashers anymore. You barely see slashers as it is, but that's what I would strive to do, is make it tension-filled, scary atmosphere. And yes, of course, gory kills and hockey mask Jason. Straight up, easy.
I guess I need to watch It Comes at Night.
Yeah, I gotta watch it too, but I gotta wait for it to hit VOD or something. So, now this next question, we kind of already answered this, and I told the guy who asked the question that, but I'm gonna let you add anything you want to add to it. And it's one of those questions that you've probably gotten a lot, and it's a hard question to actually answer. So we'll see what you say. Okay. Colin Kinney wants to know, how does one start a podcast? What elements do you need, equipment and software? Now, we've covered equipment and software. I'm
the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah, go back to
ask Jerry.
Yeah, or go back to JP's episode, the previous interview, and listen to that one. But from your standpoint, because you not only have you been on a lot of podcasts, you listen to a lot of podcasts. If you could recommend one thing for him to do for a podcast, like one thing that you see you either want him to do or you want him to clearly stay away from, what would it be?
I think it's all about personality. I think the bottom line is, don't be nervous and don't be overconfident, because either sucks. Nervous is going to show because you're going to stumble and you're going to be quiet when you shouldn't be and things like that. And if you're overconfident, you're going to come off like a know-it-all, and you're going to come off like that word that people love to throw around, pretentious. And people, have issues with that in the podcast world.
I was thinking douchebag, but okay.
Yeah, pretentious douchebag. That's usually the slogan I hear. It happens a lot. They sound good together. You don't want to do either of that stuff. You want to keep it grounded. You just want to relax and have fun, like like you would bullshitting with your friends. That's what I say. Have enthusiasm and just keep it natural, man. Don't try too hard, because Lord knows. I mean, I take a lot of notes, but that's it. Once the mic's rolling, and maybe sometimes I fall flat. Who knows? I don't edit myself, but I don't know. So that's all I say is just freaking, roll with it. Don't be nervous, and don't try to come off like a horror expert either, because that's going to turn people off. So I guess, and take notes. Take fucking notes. Very important, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Keep on rolling here. Now we have, and I'm going to fuck this name up, Winston Giordano. Okay. And he wants to know, Dave, would thou like to live deliciously?
Of course. Clickety clackety. Of course. Shit. Yes.
All
Who
right.
Who doesn't want to live deliciously? Who doesn't love butter? Right?
Yeah, I like butter. I eat it in my angel hair pasta.
There you go.
All right.
Because you're an angel. Yeah.
And I got a limp noodle, So Travis Jones of Speaker Brains wants to know, Dave, are you a fan of Keller Williams, String Cheese Incident, Dave Matthews, and Widespread Panic?
I confess, 3 of those 4 bands I've heard. Friends of mine have passed tapes around. I've heard, CDs and things like that. And I am not opposed to any of those bands. One band which I know quite well is Dave Matthews Band. And they're not what they used to be. In the early days, they really jammed the hell out. But yes, I do like the Dave Matthews Band. And the other 3 bands, I'm okay with them.
Okay.
From what I've heard.
All right. Mr. Watson from Horror Corridor says, Dave, would you sing a part of a song for us? Any song at all. Like, seriously, please. And then Joey Afonte added, can I request Blue Moon?
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. That's it.
All right, we lost all our listeners. Here we go.
Yeah, that's all. I'll give you one line.
Yeah, back to Winston Giordano. He wants to know, do you have hubcaps for a 1972 Pinto hatchback?
Yes, I do. I have lots of hubcaps here. What else you want?
There you go. All right, back to Colin Kinney. Also, not sure if you did it before, but top 10 podcast you're currently listening to. So what 10 shows 10 podcasts you absolutely have to hit? If they drop an episode, you got to listen to it as soon as you possibly can.
This is a tough one to answer.
You don't even have to do 10. Just rattle off a couple. I don't think you have to do all 10. That's a lot.
The problem is I have way too many. I listen to like 25 on the regular, and of those 25, I got to say, at least half of them are friends of mine and people I know. So to leave them off the list would kind of suck too. But I'll say this before I even mention it. Remember what I said before about the morning radio and the quiet storm?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, there's something else about podcasts. I am not the hugest fan. I'll still listen to the shows and not even miss an episode. But I'll listen to certain shows, but I am not a fan of the walkthrough review. And I used to do it. Banana Leisure used to walk through all the early reviews. And then I just prefer doing it the way we do it on Exploding Heads. I'm not the hugest fan of the walkthrough review. So because of that, some shows that I really like, I don't have as priority because I like the review style of some other shows better. So I'm gonna say what I always say, what I've been saying for years. Of course, Skeleton Crew and 22 Shots have always been my favorite 2 shows. So to have a list, I have to have that. That's straight up. I'm gonna throw out the Horror Corridor, of course. I'm gonna throw out the Taz show, and it's not horror, it's wrestling. But there's a lot of wrestling podcasts. But that show is on 5 days a week, and it's the most relatable, most fun morning zoo atmosphere, hosted by Taz, who's great. He's Italian. He's from New York. He has the same sense of humor as me, so maybe that's why I relate to him so well. He There's no bullshit on that show. It's great. It's just a very entertaining. Even people that don't like wrestling might want to give it a chance. But anyway, the horror cast, we talked about them earlier. Kill the Cast, of course.
Oh, don't fucking listen to those guys. Terrible.
Again.
Holy shit.
Check it out. You know that you're a Dave Z favorite when I am going to watch a movie because you covered it on the cast.
Yeah.
And that's what I said earlier about Puppet Master. I do that for shows, not every show. But you know that I'm a big fan of a show if I will watch the movie just because I don't want to miss the podcast. So there you go.
Nice.
TGIF 13, of course. Death by Podcast. The Buzzkill Podcast. I really like those guys. That's a real good one. And one more I'll just throw out there. The Purple Stuff Podcast. It is not horror. It's all kinds of 80s shit. It's hard to explain what it is, but those guys, it's these two guys, great personalities together. They have these websites that deal in nostalgia. One's called The Sexy Armpit, and one's called Dinosaur Dracula. And these two guys get together, and they do these shows, and this will tell you the kind of show it is. The last show they put out, it was titled Our Shark Show. So sharks were going to be, they always do lists on the show. They each do like, I forgot, 5 or 6 picks each or 10 picks, whatever the hell it is. They do lists and they talk about each other's picks. So when this show said The Shark Show, I knew right away, and I hoped that they were going to talk about shark bites. Now, you guys know what shark bites are? Not literal shark bites, but the snack?
No, never heard of that.
Kenneth? Shark bites?
No.
Okay, they're a fruit snack. Okay? They're a fruit snack that started in the late 80s. And they were a great fruit snack. And anyway, long story short, they're the audience for me because they talk about shit like that. Toys that I knew they were going to talk about the Shark, who was a wrestler in WCW for a short time. They talk about old school wrestling and cartoons and toys and a lot of nostalgia from the 80s. So when I saw Shark, I knew that somebody was going to bring up Shark Bites fruit snack and talk about why they are awesome, and that's the type of shit they cover. So it's a very unusual show. There's not another show like it, but Purple Stuff Podcast, that's one I can't miss. So, and there's others, and I don't want to keep going, but they know who they are. They're all my friends. I listen to, the Horrorphilia and Legion shows. I listen to all that shit.
Yeah. All right. So Warren Money, he makes the money, and he's got a warrant for your arrest. He says, ask him, is it embarrassing to having to ask people to get things down from higher shelves in the supermarket? Do you get embarrassed when you have to ask them to get stuff down from the supermarket shelves?
Don't know, because I never ask anybody for help. I'll climb a fucking thing if I have to. I'll do a running and I'll do a vertical jump to grab something. Remember what I said earlier about the golden rule? Well, I don't like asking people for help, because when I'm at work, I don't like people fucking asking me for help. So when I'm at a store, I do everything myself.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Back to Winston Giordano. I think I'm going to get good at saying this dude's name until he goes,
Yeah.
You said my name wrong, fucker. And I apologize if I am. He wants to know, once again, Dave, did the 8 heads in a duffel bag get heavy after a while?
No. Never got heavy.
Never.
I wanted more. I wanted more than 8. I couldn't find the other 4. I wanted 12.
Damn. All right. Now we go to my favorite person on Exploding Heads, Brandon Orlick.
Yeah.
Who is also
Badass.
starting a brand new podcast with 10 out of 10 Derek and what's her name? French.
Charlene?
Yes, I just talked about her on the last interview with JP. They're starting a show called Cinema Attack, where they're going to review different flavored foods that involve cinnamon. It's going to be really cool.
I thought it was the Grab Ass podcast. No. I thought it was going to be you and
Watson,
Brandon,
me,
Dave
Watson,
Chase,
and
and Watson.
Yeah. You know what? That could happen soon. It hasn't come out yet, but there's a Cut to the Chase episode coming out that has Dan, Mike Merriman, Watson, and me.
Yeah, that's a Grab Ass special. I can dig it.
Except I talk a lot of shit about Dan.
Well, what else is there? Because fucking Jeremy wasn't there. It had to be somebody.
Well, and Dan's my original beef, and my much more interesting beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. He gave me the hot beef injection.
Oh God, no. He probably shared needles at one point. Brandon Orlick wants to know, I know Dave Z is forever 40, but how old is he really, and can you convert that to dog years, please?
Wow. I'll tell you what. August 2nd, I just told you, I'll be 45 years old on August 2nd, man.
And in dog years, that's Ask JP, because he apparently is really good at converting things.
That's like 7, I think.
7? What the fuck are you talking about?
No,
7?
No, it's not 7 in dog years.
Holy shit.
What is it? I thought it was 7 years. I thought it was 7 times 7. That's 49. It wouldn't be 7 times. So it's in between 6 and 7. Am I wrong? Isn't it 7 years for dog years?
I don't know, dude. Me and Kenneth are cat people. We have no fucking clue.
You're cat people, like that movie?
Yeah, you've never. Well, like we get up and dance and everything.
Oh, you mean the play? Well, that's a lot.
Oh, bitch, we don't play. No, we don't play. Don't fuck with us. We will give you cat scratch fever. You'll turn into a racist white guy. It'll be terrible. All right. Now we've got the 10-question challenge coming from JP. I hope you're ready. All right, you got 10 questions from JP. All right.
Okay. All right.
Number
all right,
one.
JP.
If Exploding Heads disappeared and Dave was to start over podcasting, what would he honestly do different?
Different?
What would you do different than you do with Exploding Heads?
I don't think I would do anything different. I think the only thing... I don't know. Maybe I would write some skits again like I used to for Banana Laser.
Oh, okay. But I thought you were going to, like, you were immediately just like, all right, got to start a new podcast. I need someone that's Canadian, can edit and produce, and someone that can do a lot of puns. That's what I need for this show.
Yeah, so like I said, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I got. What else could I do? You know?
Okay.
I might come back to that. I might think some more and be creative with that.
Oh, no, this next one's going to fuck you up. I purposely did not send this one to you early because it ruins the point of it. Create a unique podcast concept that hasn't been done before right now on the spot.
Okay. A podcast that reviews a horror movie and a album from a band on the same show.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 3.
So that I could do it. Yeah.
Number 3. Tell your first sex story.
Wow. Like the first time I had sex?
I mean, I hope so.
Okay. All right. The first sex story. Not when I was molested. That doesn't count, right?
No.
Okay. The first sex
your first
that was
consensual one.
Yes. Okay. First consensual sex. This is a good story. I I was dating a girl in high school, and we talked about it for a while. She knew what I wanted to. We were both virgins, of course. It was a typical shit. I'm trying to get in the pants, and she's a little shy, you know. And one day, I still got head, like, all the time, though. So I wasn't complaining. Like, this girl gave me head, like, I think to this day, no one's ever given me more head than her. And she was my first. I would get head every single day. We would I was driving, I would drop my friends off, and it would just be me and her. We pulled somewhere, boom, head every day till completion. Beautiful. But anyway, I wasn't getting in there. So then I'm pushing forward. And one day it happened. We decided, whatever, this was going to be the day. And I brought her home, and I had the tape all set up. I had the cassette tape in my bedroom, ready to go, set up to a song called Come On Babe by the True Live Crew.
Oh, yeah. And
it starts off, when the party's over, we can get together, go to my house and fuck forever. It's a straight up fucking sex song. And here's me putting that shit on for the first time I have sex. So, yeah. So I brought her up my room, threw her on my bed, friggin' had trouble getting in there because we didn't know that she had to be wet. And listened to True Live Crew because she was nervous. And yeah, got laid. What else can I say? What else can you say? Yeah, that's the first time. You know, the lead up was more, you know, more enjoyable than the actual act.
Yeah.
I have to tell you my first one day. We'll have
That's
a
your
conversation.
first time, but the first time with Jerry, or just the first time?
My first time.
Okay, I want to hear about the first time with Jerry, but that's another show.
I'll let him tell you that.
Okay,
Are we
all
talking
right.
about, wait, Kenneth, are we talking about your birthday?
Hey, that was a good day.
No, okay, so funny story.
This legit happened.
Nice. Look what I started. Okay,
This is not a joke.
listeners, this is what I came for. This. Okay, let's hear it, guys.
Okay, so now, for people who knew me, especially when I was younger, I was really into being extreme and doing shit that would offend people or bother people, especially anything that would fuck with like homophobes or like I grew up like, and I was like, man, I wish I was gay just so I could fuck with more people, like classic like Kurt Cobain style kind of thing. So
Like bisexual, not just gay.
no, 'cause,
bisexual.
like
You wanted to fuck
no,
women.
I wanted to be fucking gay because it would fucking piss people off.
Oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
I'm not. But like, I can make out with a guy and it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, not
Okay.
because he loves the cop.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. Hold on. Would you rather? I'm sorry, because I'm going to come
Such a
up
good-
sounding more gay. Forget it. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, so one day, so at a certain point in my life, I'm living with Kenneth, and we literally don't do anything but hide in his apartment, smoke cigarettes, and watch movies. That's literally like all we do,
Hey, we skateboarded.
and we skateboarded.
Nice. Sounds fun.
And
Yeah, it was, dude.
Yeah. Shit.
And so it's his birthday. He's in the shower. He comes out of the shower, and I just walk up to him, and I grab his face, and I just shove my tongue down his throat. Now, keep in mind, there's no one in this apartment. It is just him and I.
Right. This was my birthday present.
And
I mean, and this legit happened. This is not a joke.
And
Did you kiss him back?
And fucking, well, no, I kind of shoved, it wasn't like a long thing. Like, I shoved my tongue in there, ran it like 3 times, and then pulled out, and I was like, happy birthday. Because I don't have any money. I don't have anything I can give him. So I just
And I couldn't
decided.
kiss him back, dude. I mean, it was a surprise. I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
It just happened. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't have any time to react other than just in sheer surprise because it's like I literally just walked out the bathroom door and then bam.
Yeah, and this is the kind of shit I would do to people. I would do anything I could do to put you in a position where you were completely caught off guard. I would do.
Wow.
Now, I would never
Damn.
fuck with you if you're like sleeping or something. I wasn't like that much of an asshole. But like, I would do things like that, or I would say things that would like be where you would be like, did he just fucking say that? What the fuck? Like,
you just wanted it shock for shock's value?
yes,
type of
I
thing?
wanted to shock you and
Yeah.
push your boundaries and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not the guy you want to play in gay chicken. You're gonna lose. And so I did that to Kenneth,
Apparently.
and I didn't do it because I was like hoping we would fuck or something. I did it just to fuck with him, and then I was like, happy birthday, and then I just went on my day.
Yeah, and all I did was I was just like, thanks. And
So
that
you
was
made
pretty
out.
much it.
You two actually made out for like 5 seconds, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it probably was like 3
Wow.
seconds, but yeah, it was. I would just do shit like that. I didn't really.
See,
I just didn't
guys?
give a fuck.
This is why I'm here. This is for the listeners. If you get nothing else from this show tonight, if I bore you in any way, or if Daisy isn't your cup of tea, look what I got out of these two guys just by being here. They can't. You're not going to edit this out, right?
No,
No.
God no.
Good.
No, it'll
All
be
right.
there.
No, I don't
Okay.
give a shit. Hey, dude,
I'll
you
be
should
embarrassing
hear.
too then.
You should hear some of the shit that Alex edits out of Married with Children that I say.
I bet. I'm going to ask him for it. Maybe I can get the freaking behind the scenes. Shit. Well, I got to tell you guys. I was going to say, I started to say it before and I stopped. But now after hearing that story, I may as well. I would rather, if given the choice, if somebody said, you have to make out with a guy or you have to suck his dick, I would suck his dick before making out with him. Because for some reason, making out seems more gay than anything to me. Like,
It's
I'm not
more
into
intimate. It's more
Yeah.
intimate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've always thought that. Like, if I was given the choice, to have a make-out session with a gay dude and stick my tongue in his mouth and have his tongue on my mouth and that shit, going at it, I would rather someone said, just blow the guy. I would just blow him instead. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing. Like me, I've always been one of those people where it's like, you know, all right, we've all had those instances where we've been with a chick that we're just fucking. You know what I'm saying? There's no love interest or anything else like that. It's just you're either fuck buddies or it's a one night stand or anything.
Yeah, hey
like
mom.
Yeah, hey, Jerry's mom.
And you know, with it being one of those instances, you know, there was a chick that I was nailing for like a month or two. I never kissed her on the lips, and it was because all we were fuck buddies.
Right. I've
Hey,
been there.
wait, was
too.
it that
Yes.
lesbian chick?
Mhm.
I won't say her name, but was it her?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
I've
Yeah,
done
no.
that too. I hooked up with a girl once that had bad teeth too, but everything about her, everything else besides the teeth, was fucking great. But her teeth were jacked up, so I said, you know what, fuck it. And I just told her, and I told other girls that I met, if I wasn't interested in them and I didn't think they were hot enough. Nah, I sound like a piece of shit. But if I did, at that time in my life, if I didn't feel they were hot enough to kiss, I would just tell them that I don't kiss anybody. I say that for like real relationships, just so I wouldn't have to kiss them and I could just fuck them and just get the sex.
You
So,
know, I had a chick
feel you.
one time who was like, she wouldn't take off her bra. She had wonderful tits. She would not take off her bra unless she was in a relationship. I'm like, we're about to have sex. You've literally had my dick in your mouth, and you won't take off your bra because we're not in a relationship.
Who was this?
Dude, this was when I was in South Carolina, well before you.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is this somebody that I know?
No. This was well before that. But I was just like, what the fuck? That makes no sense to me. You're like, oh yeah, you can come on my mouth, but you're not seeing my nipple.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, isn't it? All right, so
Maybe something was wrong with her tits. Maybe she was just embarrassed. Maybe she had like hairy nipples or
no.
something.
Okay, here's the thing. I eventually convinced her to take the bra off one time, and they were like perfect tits.
Stupendous.
They were perfect. Now, because I've
Wow.
also been with a chick who had like the worst titties ever, and she would not take
Yeah.
off her shirt, and I was completely fine with it. But she had like the
I
best
know
ass ever.
exactly who he's talking about.
Yeah, she's the same
I know
one that like
exactly.
okay.
Kenneth agreed right
No,
away.
because here's the thing. Okay, Kenneth and I.
That
Okay,
bitch. Oh,
you want to
man,
talk about
yeah.
sounding like an asshole? I'm about to make you sound like you're not an asshole at all. Kenneth and I were banging chicks, and half the reason we were banging them is because they were paying our bills. Because I was
Yeah.
dating this chick,
That's
and
just
I
smart. That's
and
just
I,
smart.
I wanted to break up with her
I can
because
do
she was annoying the shit out of me. Like she gave great head, she had a fantastic ass, and I didn't really care about her titties, even though I'm a tit guy. I didn't care. It was whatever. And I was like, Kenneth, I think I'm gonna break up with her. And the first thing out of his mouth is he goes, "No, the fuck you ain't. The electric bill's due soon."
Just straight up, man.
And I was like,
I mean,
True. Shit, you right.
we were, dude, back then, dude, we were shitty motherfuckers, man. But then you started dating that one chick that had that amazing rack. I mean, it was just huge.
What was her name? Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Right, and you damn, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we go to like the fucking fair or something with her?
Yeah.
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 That, I mean, that was an amazing set.
I just want to say to all the female listeners that Dave Z loves you, and I'm 100% behind everything for the empowerment of women, and I teach my daughter to be a strong female leader. Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I make out with dudes too. I understand how bad it is.
What would you have done, Jerry? What would you have done if Kenneth like cupped your balls or grabbed your cock when you were kissing?
Oh,
what would
man.
your reaction have been?
So
Would you have pushed him?
Okay, no. At the time, I probably would have taken it as a challenge. Like he's like, because he knows me and he knows I'm always trying to push someone's boundaries. So I would have probably taken it as him going, "No, motherfucker, I'm the dominant male heel. I push your boundaries. You're gonna back down." That's how I probably would have taken it. Because keep in mind, this is his house, and I'm just living there. It's him, me, and 3 cats. Like,
It was strange days, man.
yeah. And then his dad lived next door, and his dad was like one of the coolest motherfuckers in the world. Taught me how to cook Hamburger Helper. Took my side in one of the biggest arguments Kenneth and I ever had about what you would do with the bones of Jesus. It was like,
and get this, that argument was sparked by a movie. The worst argument that Jerry and I have ever had that didn't get physical. We've only gotten in two majorly huge arguments. One of them got physical, and that was me being a dumbass, and I'll admit that. And then the other one was over a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Bones of Jesus.
What was the movie called?
I think it was called The Body.
Yeah,
it had Antonio Banderas in it. I remember that.
Yeah, it's about they find the bones of Jesus laying under like a museum or some shit, and it's basically our argument was, if you found the bones of Jesus, you're basically proving that Jesus was never resurrected and lifted away. He died on earth. He is not a Messiah.
Right, you're basically disproving the main, the crucifixion and you're disproving the resurrection.
Yes.
True, but
Jesus
you're also
Christ.
proving he really existed too, so you can take it two ways.
But you're proving
the main basis,
he's not. You're taking away his myth.
Yeah, the main basis for Christianity is that 3 days after he was crucified, he rose again.
Well, he could have just rolled. It could have just been his soul. They could just use that.
No. In the Bible, that cave is left completely empty.
That's true.
Right. Yeah, because the door is open and everything.
Because
it would essentially it would disprove Christianity.
Yeah.
And my foundation on it is that I wouldn't tell anybody because it would cause worldwide fucking panic. And Jerry's thing was the opposite of that. He would go out and he would tell everybody because he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I'm a hardcore atheist, and I used to be a bigger asshole about it.
Right.
And I would go and pick fights with like any Christian person I could, and I don't do that anymore. But like, so my thing was like, I would fucking tell everyone. And the argument got so loud that his dad came over and he was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" And then his dad jumped in the conversation, and his dad took my side. And Kenneth is like, "What the fuck? I came from you." But because Bill was not the biggest fan of Christianity either.
And it's not like I'm this uber fucking Christian. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing on it is that I would not want to be that guy that caused worldwide fucking pandemonium by doing something like that, because the percentages of Christians in the world, because you basically be disproving just about all of it. So it's like I wouldn't want to cause that kind of panic.
And
I don't know how much panic it would cause.
Okay, because I said my argument is that they're not going to believe me anyway. They have cognitive dissonance.
Say it's fake news. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my argument for it. It just got so heated that it was like 3:00 in the morning. I just walked. I just left the apartment because it was so heated and we just needed a break from each other at the time. And so I just went walking for like 2 hours, listening to music and skateboarding around until I came back in, went to sleep, and the next morning we were good.
Yeah. It was insane, dude. I mean, that conversation, I never would have thought that when we watched that movie that conversation would have gotten to where it got to. But for some reason that day, I think it was a combination of a lot of things. I think me and Jerry had just been around each other too much at that point, and then on top of that. Yeah, so I think everything just kind of melded together, and it's just
But I think right after that, we had that month-long thing of just watching Grandma's Boy every day.
Yeah.
So we were fucking. The worst thing about it, we weren't smoking pot, but we were watching Grandma's Boy every day.
Really,
it was a great movie.
Yeah, for no reason, we just were. So all right, let's get back into these questions.
Let me say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Just for a sec. Actually, 3 things, because this is how my mind works. If I don't say them, I'll never say them. I'll forget. Yes. First thing, Bones of Jesus, I think would be a great name for a death metal band, right? Fucking nice. Bones of Jesus. It's great. Second of all, I wouldn't do either of what you guys said. Me, I'm always thinking about the money. I would just fucking sell it to somebody, for like a handsome amount of money, at least a couple $1 million. I would sell and let the world deal with the rest. And number 3, did you guys actually get laid being two 20-something guys living together with 3 cats?
Yeah.
Oh God,
All the
yes.
time, actually. All the time, actually.
Oh yeah, we got, dude. I don't know how, but I've gotten laid way more in my life than my looks deserve.
Oh fuck!
Likewise,
so
I completely
My
agree.
God, I'm completely over it. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, you also got to take into consideration, man. We were the place that you could come to and hang out,
True.
and not have to worry about any kind of bullshit. Because at that time, Jerry, I think I was only what? How old was I at that time, Jerry? 21, 22?
Yeah. Well, no, you were a little bit older than that because I was.
I met Nikki when I was 24.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay, then I was probably like 18.
Right. And so, you know, you got Jerry being like 18 years old, so he's still got the people that are from around his age group.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got people that are right around mine, so everybody wanted to come and people wanted to hang out at our apartment because we didn't have no fucking body to goddamn tell us what we could or couldn't do. The only person that would say anything was my dad, and he lived right next door, and my dad was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
As long as we didn't get loud and interrupt him while he was sleeping, he didn't give a fuck what we did.
Yeah, and there was never any drama. There was never any bullshit. Like if you went over there, you knew it was not going to be arguments or fights. It was a very like chill, laid back atmosphere because if you started any shit, you'd get kicked the fuck out.
Yeah, there was only one time that we lived there that any shit got stirred up, and I was chasing this dude through the apartment complex trying to stomp his ass. And
Oh my
Jerry
God,
was holding me.
that shit was hilarious.
Jerry was keeping me from beating the shit out of this guy.
Damn, I'm just glad you got laid because my wife and other women, I've heard them engage in conversation, and I know a lot of women that think that single men, and I love cats. I don't own any cats, but I love cats. But a lot of women will not date single men with cats. They think it's weird or creepy.
Oh, well, we weren't dating him, so it's fine. Plus,
Yeah.
here's the thing. You find a chick who's into cats, then over dogs, she's into anal. So,
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, dude, cat chicks are the freakiest. You're right.
Yeah.
I've known some cat chicks.
so,
You're right.
so you got, dude, we got laid because of the cats. We got laid because of a specific cat. There was a cat named Binksy. And he was
Yeah,
the
he was a sweetheart.
cutest little cat ever. And he would just stroll up and you see him, he'd be like, fuck, Kenneth, just in the ass right now. Let's go. Just spit in your hand and
Damn,
go.
the cool thing about Binks is he played fetch. He was a cat that played fetch. You could throw like his little mouse into the kitchen because my apartment was a 2-room apartment. It was, you had the big, huge ass fucking bedroom, and then you had the front room, which was like a living room kitchen combo. You know. And so, damn, I would be sitting in the bedroom and I would throw his mouse into the kitchen area, and he would run in there and get it and bring it back.
Yeah.
Wow,
It
that's
was
cool.
dope.
Nice.
Yeah. So okay.
That was cat talk on Kill the Cats.
Yeah.
Kill the Cats.
It's dude. If you listen to Kill the Cast, you got to be ready to go on some tangents because we are going to go on some tangents that are going to get in some weird places.
And it's crazy that you say that when women think about cat guys, because I've got an account on Plenty of Fish, and this there are chicks on there that have in their headline at the beginning, if you have cats, don't even message me.
Yeah, dude. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm
fuck
just like,
those
well,
people.
fuck, you know, in the age where everybody is trying to be politically correct and not offend anybody, you're automatically going to get on my shit about my cat.
I am tired of.
I am going to start a march.
I am tired of the prejudice held towards men who love cats. It is ridiculous that I am judged because my fat cat doesn't fucking come and lick my face every fucking 3 minutes.
Right?
Like, fuck you. God.
What are we going to call this, man? We got to come up with a cool name, you know?
Instead of men with hats, it's men with cats.
Yeah, that'll bring them in. Yeah, I'll tell you what. My wife is one of them women. She would not date a single man that owned a cat. Isn't that some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her shit about it.
Yeah,
You're right. You gotta be politically correct, and she's a black woman. She should be sensitive.
Yeah.
Shit.
How dare she be against my Cass Bass? My Cass Bass is the most amazing Cass Bass there's ever been.
Fuck yeah. By Halloween, we're going to be on CNN.
Yeah. We're going to have people walking their cats on leashes and shit down
Hell
to
yeah.
City Hall.
Oh, shit.
Join us.
And I'm gonna dress up in a cat suit. And I can
Okay,
say that I'm wearing a-
whoa. Let's not get into furry territory. Let's
No.
reel that back in. Kenneth, let's bring that back in, okay? All right. Question 4. Have you ever mollywopped someone or gotten into a fight? Now, I don't know if mollywopped is punch someone or drug someone with a date rape drug. So
What exactly is mollywop?
I'm not sure how you answer this.
I think a mollywop is a straight up fucking an ass beating. That's what when I picture a mollywop, that's what I picture.
I don't. It sounds like a racist term towards Irish people.
Irish. Wop is Italian, first of all.
I know, but Molly sounds like you're like maybe you're like, oh, it's like instead of a white person acting black, it's an Irish person who acts Italian, and they're mollywopped.
Maybe I'm a mollywop because
I don't know.
You know how people eat molly that they trip, right? I used to do a lot of tripping on acid and mushrooms, and I'm Italian, so maybe when I was tripping, I was mollywopping.
Maybe. Okay, so we don't. JP, you're gonna have to explain mollywopped, but have you ever gotten into a fight?
Yeah, who the hell hasn't gotten into a fight? Shit. Yeah.
Did you win?
A fist fight? Yes. I'll tell you what. I have fought. I have beat somebody up. I have gotten my fucking tooth knocked the fuck out, and I have double teamed a guy with my brother who wouldn't fucking stop fighting.
Did y'all Eiffel Tower him?
Did I do what?
Did you do the Eiffel Tower?
What'd you say? I missed it.
Did y'all do the Eiffel Tower?
Oh jeez, yeah, I knew I was in trouble when I said double teamed. I fucking knew it. Oh shit! And I've whacked people with things, but see that doesn't constitute as fight because I was shifty.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not a big
Italian.
guy.
You whacked them off, right?
Yeah, and I fucking took a bottle and fucking hit somebody in the back of the head.
Oh,
You know?
so you're that dude. You know, I can put you in the same place as that guy that hit me in the jaw with a bat.
Yeah, but listen, when I graduated high school, I weighed 125 fucking pounds. I'm not even 5'8". I'm not a big guy. So when you're not a big guy, you have to. Well, I don't have to act because I am. You either have to be crazy or act crazy or be willing to fucking grab and hit anybody with the first thing you find. Otherwise,
there's another option to that. Just be friends with someone who looks like they kill people, because that's what I did. A whole reason I'm friends with Kenneth is because no one would fuck with me with him. I can go say whatever I want. They look at Kenneth and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Fuck it, you're good."
Dude, I've had big friends. I have always had a fucking buddy, and it's never planned. But I've always had a fucking, a buddy that was like a big guy, and that I knew when I was with him, I could do whatever the fuck. I was such a punk when I was young. I would hang out with these guys, and they would want to see me do shit to other guys that were assholes. So they would say, "Hey, go over to that fucking kid and take this ceramic fucking ashtray that you just made in shop class and clock him in the fucking head with it." And I'm like, "You got my back?" I'm like, "If you got my back," they'd be like, "Yeah." So I would go up and do shit like that, just for that, just because they asked me to, and I knew that I would be okay. And the guy was an asshole. I wouldn't just do it to a nice guy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, fucked up shit.
Damn,
but yeah,
gangs in New York shit over here.
I've had some fights, but not that many.
All right. So number 5, what's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you? And don't say this show.
Wow, what's happened to me that's embarrassing? Let me think about this.
Was it reviewing all the movies from 1986?
No, but I was arrested once, so I guess that's embarrassing, right?
What were you arrested for?
Oh my God, listen to this shit. I've never spoken of this at all.
Oh, shit. There's a lot of first time on the airwaves for this show.
Nobody asked me questions like this on Exploding Heads. They ask us just about horror. I don't know. Fucking okay. I was dating this girl for like 7 months. And I was 19 years old, right? And she was 16. And I was obsessed with her. And she was like my second girlfriend. My first girlfriend, the one I spoke of before, that I had her like for 2.5 years through high school. I just had the one girl. Then I broke up with. Then we broke up after whatever. And then I was like in my first year of college, just starting college. And this girl was like a sophomore in high school. And freaking, I thought she was like the hottest chick I ever laid eyes on. To this day, I think she was still amazingly beautiful. But anyway, I dated this girl for like 7 months, and she was just a little slut. And you know, she we broke up because I went on vacation with my parents to a fucking amusement park in Ohio, and when I was gone, the rumor got out, and people were telling me when I got back that she banged some guy at a party. So I'm like, whatever. So we broke up, and I hated her, and I was pissed off, and whatever. And but I would still kind of try to hook up with her just for sex, you know. And plus, I was still I was, you know, I thought I was in love with her. I was 19. She fucking was beautiful, you know. So, and I fucked the hell out of her for like 7 months. I mean, nonstop, you know, 19, 16-year-old. We were fucking having sex 2-3 times a day, nonstop, just constant. So we broke up, and I would still talk to her. And one day I was talking to her, and we decided to get together. Now, she was dating this new guy that she fucked at the party by this time, you know. So I picked her up. We drove around. We got a bottle of vodka. Drove around, cruised, fucking park. And then it was an apartment complex. And I fuck her, you know. And I take her home. I drop her off. I go to a friend's house. I was supposed to meet a friend, and I ended up being like 2 hours late seeing him because I ended up hooking up with her. You know, of course I blew him off to go get laid, you know. So then I go to the kid's house, and he's not answering, and I'm waiting for him. Then I get back about half an hour later, and I get to the house, and my father's standing outside the house. And he goes, what did you do tonight? So what did I do? I said I was hanging out with Kelly. And he said, okay. And he goes, her brother was just here, and he says you just raped his sister.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I said, what? I said, yeah, we had sex, but what else is new? You know? So anyway, now my father says, well, I have a feeling he's going to come back. So I'm going to get ready. So my father gets fucking dressed. Because it's late. It's like fucking 11:30 at night, you know? He's in his boxers and shit. He puts his clothes on. He says, okay, someone's coming. Sure enough, the guy comes back, and the fucking girl's father comes back. And so the girl's there, her brother, and fucking her, and her father, and my father. And they get up, and they're talking shit at my porch. And my father ends up pushing her father off the porch, and they fucking start going at it. My father, who's like 20 years his senior, knocks him the fuck out. It was great. And
damn.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Yeah. And anyway, a little bit later, you know, they leave. It disperses. The guy gets his ass kicked and fucking whatever goes, calls the cops. I don't know what the fuck he does. Anyway, shortly after that, the fucking cops come to the house, and they say, you're under arrest for fucking rape. So I go to fucking jail, local jail in North Tonawanda. And then the next day, I get in the fucking van and I go to the damn county. I'm facing fucking, you know, straight up. First it was sexual misdemeanor, right? Then the next morning I go before the judge, and he says this has been brought up to fucking, I forgot what the judge said, but this has been brought up to a felony 1 rape charge. And
holy shit!
I couldn't fucking believe my ears. My father was there. I remember looking behind him and seeing him. And then he's stunned, and I'm stunned, and all I did was take this girl out and fuck her. Same thing we'd done. You know, our relationship was basically fucking, you know, get high, get drunk, and fuck. That's all we ever did. You know what I mean? That's what we did. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I went up to the fucking into prison, the fucking county, in there with. And luckily, I had a friend whose father was a warden at the fucking place, and I didn't have to go with Gen Pop. I was fucking in a place with just a few guys waiting. They called it the tank, waiting to see what was going to happen. My mother came in to see me. My father. I got visitors. I got letters from fucking friends. I was in this fucking place for like 2 or 3 days. Then I got bailed out. My parents had to put their fucking house up. I got bailed out of fucking prison. And then, of course, I never raped anybody. Like I said, I just fucked her, you know. And then a month later, or whenever the hell it was, we met in the judge's chambers, me, my mother, this girl, and her mother. And they said the charges are dropped. She's dropped the charges. And that was the end of it.
Wow. Man, I'm surprised y'all didn't be like, false rape allegations, guys. Fucking...
Well, it's sealed. It's sealed. Like if I apply for a job, Like, and I had to for New York State for to get my dealer's license. Those records are sealed as if it never happened because nothing happened. You know what I mean? So there's nothing on file. There's a sealed document, but you have to be, nobody can get it. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. And I'll go a step further. It shows how fucked I am. Not only did I talk to that girl since, I had sex with her several times after her doing that to me.
What?
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
That's how hot I thought she was, and I just and I was young and dumb and fucking.
I never would have talked to that chick again.
Tell me about it. And I asked her, I said, why would you say I raped you? What reason can you give me? I mean, I knew she was with a guy, and she wanted to maybe use that as an excuse as to why she cheated, because she probably knew she was going to get caught somehow. That's the best I had. And she never could explain to me fucking why she did it. Granted, I haven't talked to her in fucking 15 years, but whatever. So, I mean,
did it get dropped because she finally said, did she at least admit to you that she said that she didn't do it?
I have no idea, but she had no proof. I mean, you know what I mean? There's no, I don't know how it goes. I don't know what happened. I'm sure she was examined. I know they took my fucking pubes and everything else that night in the local jail. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But I know I didn't do anything, so, I mean, who knows?
Wow. Damn.
I guess that's embarrassing, right?
It's embarrassing that you went back to keep fucking her.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, let me
shit.
tell you what. She was so hot. She looked like a porn star. Like, I can't even tell you how hot this girl was. She looked like Kim Basinger. Remember how hot Kim Basinger was in the mid-'80s?
Oh, yeah.
That's what she looked like, but she was 16 years old. I met her when she was 15. And she was a dirty birdie. And I knew that she got around. So she was a young, hot slut. And I mean, probably one of the hottest. I'll sound like a pervert saying it now because she was 16, but whatever. She stayed that way through her 20s and everything else and whatever. But she was a very attractive young woman, girl at the time. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I honestly have to say that I never would have taken the risk again. You do whatever you need to do, bro. But I never would have taken the risk again of going through that bullshit.
I know, dude. It's stupid, but I was obsessed with her. I was obsessed with that girl since the first time I laid eyes on her. I was like, holy fuck, that girl is hot. Like, nobody could compare to her in the looks department. I was obsessed,
Holy shit.
It stayed that way for many years. Yeah.
God damn. All right. Whew. Number 6. What grinds your gears the most about podcasters?
Yeah, let's hear what pisses you off.
What pisses me off about podcasters?
Yeah.
Let me think about that. I guess when they go on and on about like the weather or some shit in the beginning of their show and how have you been? What have you been doing lately? And they go into fucking 10 minutes of fucking. I understand there's a little bit of fucking how you've been and what's happening. I get that, but when they go off on too much, when the intro to a podcast is like 10, 15 minutes long about a guy talking about the weather or some, stupid nonsense.
Yeah, like Mood's talking about half of Canada burning down.
I was thinking about when we talk about what we've been doing all week. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's
we go on
different.
about that for 20 minutes.
No, but see, you guys don't talk about the fucking weather. Oh man, it's hot here. It's 100 degrees. Then
I get what you're saying, Dave, because I have a problem with podcasts that talk about too many personal things from their life that doesn't apply to what they're talking about. Because okay, for this show, obviously we've talked into a bunch of personal things, but it's all been on topic and interesting. But they'll be like, oh yeah, I went to the mall and I saw Jimmy. I hadn't seen Jimmy in like 5 years, so we ate a fucking pretzel and then we went over to Hot Topic. I bought a shirt. He said it was a cool shirt, and then we left. And it's like,
yeah,
what the fuck are you talking about? That what? Like, there's a podcast that I listened that when I was trying to listen to more horror podcasts before I found the Skeleton Crew. I loved the name of the podcast. I'll even say the podcast was called Say You Love Satan.
People love that show, and I've heard that exact same complaint.
And I'm listening to it, and they're sitting there talking about their friend they met at a mall and how they ran into him and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't know your friend, and I have no idea what this has to do with whatever fucking movie you're supposed to be talking about.
Yep.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, on Kill the Cast, we go off on tangents. Somehow,
we all do.
For the Puppet Master show, we started talking about suicide and hookers.
Yeah, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, like we at least try to keep it entertaining, but it was just like, what the fuck? So I'm completely in agreement with Dave. It's not particularly the weather that bothers me, but it's usually when they're talking about some friend who we have no idea who that fucking person is.
Or fucking comic books.
Yeah,
Or
Dan.
Or fucking comic superhero movies, and they
Yeah,
go on and on
fucking-
about it when they're supposed to be talking horror.
Yeah, Dan Chase doing fucking top 5 superhero movies. Who the fuck
Well,
even
that-
comes up with that shit?
That's why he's got his own show. Now we can talk all that shit. As long as it's not as long as I don't listen to a Friday the 13th review and then someone starts talking about Superman for fucking 10 minutes, you know, and all that other crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's what it bothers me. And you know what else bothers me? When podcasts, and some of them are good, a lot of them are good, but when podcast hosts are all in the same room, and I listen to some like this, so it's not because they're in the same room, but sometimes they don't figure that there's an audience sometimes into the equation. Like they're doing things and they're laughing, and then they just keep laughing for like 5 minutes because I think it's a visual thing for them because they're all in the same room together. You know how it is.
Yeah.
When you can see it, you had to be there. It's one of those things. But that doesn't translate when you listen to the podcast. So shit like that should be cut out when it comes time for editing. Shit like that.
Yeah, I agree. Kenneth, do you have anything in podcasting that you fucking just hate?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I haven't branched out too far other than the ones that I really, really enjoy. And since I already enjoy them, there's really not anything that irritates me.
Fair enough. All right. Number 7. Can you shame someone live on Kill the Cast?
Ooh, shame, huh? Who should be shamed? Yeah, what the hell? I guess I can shame somebody. We recently announced on our last show, not an announcement, but it came up on Exploding Heads, that we had 3 1-star reviews, right? And then we had a 4-star, a 2-star, and a bunch of 5 stars, which is great. Well, recently, 2 of those 1-star reviews disappeared. So we only had 1 1-star review. So then we had a bunch of 5 stars, a 4, a 2, and a 1. Well, listen to this. We only had 1 left, 1 1-star. Would you believe that the other day, the 2-star review disappeared and became a 1-star?
Wow.
So some asshole that originally left the 2-star, which I think I said it on the show who I thought it was, because it was somebody I talked to on Horror Amino, somebody that sells T-shirts. Because then I had words with that person, and the next day there was a 2-star review. So anyway, the person that left the 2-star review saw that freaking we only had 1 1-star review, and decided to change theirs from a 2 to a 1. So yeah, shame on them. There's a shame. That's all I got.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Ain't that shitty though? What the hell?
Okay. All right. This is probably my favorite question out of everything that JP has done. You're a podcast producer and you're hosting a new show for the Podcast Olympics. You're doing a rare 7-man lineup. Counting yourself as one, what other 6 podcasters do you pick to be a part of your team? And let's assume Brandon and Christian are retired.
So it's Olympics. So it's me and 6 other people
Yes, and you cannot choose Brandon or Christian.
against all the other podcasters in the world.
Yeah, other podcasting teams. I almost want to say let's make this. You have to choose from Horrorphilia, and it's You're picking the team for Horrorphilia, and they're gonna have to go against Legion Podcast and Phantom Network. So you've got to pick 6 other people who are on Horrorphilia to go against that team.
Okay, well then.
And if JP's mad at me for changing the question a little bit, fuck him, it's my show. Go.
All right. Well, let me look at Horrorphilia. Let me see what shows we have to choose from. Now, I should know it all by heart, but okay. I take Jason Lloyd, of course, because he's the leader of it. So yeah. So Jason Lloyd for sure.
But here's the thing with Jason Lloyd. If it's got to be live, is he going to do as well? He's really good when he can. He even says it himself when he can edit his shit down and all his fuck up. What if it's live? That's something to think about. Because, like, even, like, with Watson, like, we've had him on our show where, you know, he doesn't get a lot of editing. On your show, he doesn't get a lot of editing. Do you think he holds up as well doing that as he does on his own show where he can edit every single fuck-up possible out of it? You got to keep that in mind, because if this is the Olympics, it's all live. You can't... That's why it doesn't matter that you're the producer. It's all live. This is
it's all live.
It's a sporting event, so we have to. The Olympics. You don't go to the Olympics with fucking, you know. Oh yeah, here's our video of our football game. You can't do that. You can't record your pole vaulting at home. You got to do it
Jerry.
right then and
All
there.
right. Okay, you made your point, Jerry. I pick you. You're on the team too.
Oh, I was gonna pay you for me to be on there.
You're quick-witted. No, I gotta think of people that are quick on their feet. You're right, and you made a good case for yourself. So there you go. You got to be quick on your feet. Maybe Jason's not quick on his feet. Okay, so for the sake of argument, right now you're picked. Jerry's picked. We're gonna go back to see if Jason's on it. I'm gonna throw JP on there. JP is quick-witted too. He can hold his own. He can mollywop if he has to. You know. I'm gonna put Alex on there, of course. Yes, Alex. So right now I have Jerry, Alex, JP. I don't give a fuck. I still have Watson on there because he can wax intellectual, and that's important.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that's 4. Okay, so that's 4. Let me think. Oh, well, I got to put Jamie on there because it's fucking Jamie, and yeah, she can. Yeah, Jamie too.
Is that going to be too much intellectual though?
No, because Jamie can get down and dirty.
Yeah, Jamie can hit him with the sexy talk to get us a win over.
Oh yeah, that's your secret weapon right there.
Jamie can be like saying some really smart shit, and then someone can crack a blowjob joke, and she runs right with it, like without missing a beat, and she can do it in a way where no one sits there and goes, "What a whore!" Everyone goes, "God damn, Jamie's fantastic."
I love Jamie.
Yeah, and you could plug Jamie into any type of show, and she can adapt because she does different type of shows with different type of people. She does shows that are partially, what do you call it? I keep forgetting the term I came up with. I didn't come up with it.
Oh, Silent Storm? Silent
Storm. That sounds good. Evening Shade. I don't know. Whatever it was. But anyway, she does shows with different people, and she adapts. And she's one way on the Skeleton Crew. She's a different way on another show. She's always, straight up Jamie, but when she adapts to the situation. So yeah. So wait, who do I have now? I got Jerry, got JP, I got Alex and Jamie, right? And I got Watson.
And Watson, you got one more person.
Ooh, one more person.
Yeah, one more person. That's it.
Ooh, shit. Do I say Moods? Because it's Moods?
Moods is good. Moods is good almost any time. He's got crazy knowledge of giallos. So he's gonna bring he's got Italian horror covered. You've got your smart side covered with Jamie and Watson. You've got quick-witted people who are really fast and quick with jokes with me and Alex. You've got JP who can argue his way out of a plastic bag when the bag was made out of paper.
Word. There you go.
So,
okay, there.
Who's your last person?
Yeah, I gotta go with Moods.
Moods, okay.
Yep.
So that's his Olympic team. Now we just gotta... Someone should make Duncan make an Olympic team for Legion.
Yeah, I could have chose Duncan because he did have a show on Horrorphilia before, but it's extinct.
But I would also say, it's got to be active people, and I think if their main show is on another network, you can't pick them.
True.
Like, if they just have a side show on Horrorphilia, you can't pick them. But if their main podcast they are known for is on that network, then you're good. I think that, I know we just added 16 rules to JP's simple question, but you kind of have to think of it like that.
Ooh, can I bring Lauren in? Does she count? She had one episode.
I think I think you got to have a rule. You got to at least 5 episodes deep in your podcast before you can jump on an Olympic team.
Sorry,
it's
Lauren.
some point of contractual with Horrorphilia.
Yeah.
Right.
Metaphorically.
All right. Number 9. This is 4 questions, but they're all really quick ones. So, what's the last podcast you listened to?
Oh, let's see. Let me look at my thing right now, and it'll come up.
Yeah, because he won't remember.
Of course not. Oh, this is called the Terrible Terror Podcast, and I listened to it, and the Creep Show episode.
Okay. What's the last song you listened to?
Oh wait, let's put on my music and see what's playing.
Didn't you just listen to Fish?
Oh, I was watching Fish when you called. What was the last song they played? Let me think about this. What the hell was the last song? I don't know. It was a Fish concert. Let me think of. It's good enough. It was a Fish song. Nobody knows.
What's the last movie you watched?
Let me think. Oh, I went to the movies today with my wife. And saw what do you call it? War for the Planet of the Apes.
All right. And what's the last TV show you watched?
Shameless, just today.
Shameless. Okay.
That show's fucked up.
I love that show.
I haven't started yet, but I hear it's good.
It's fucking great.
Number 10, the last question. Who's the best question asker of all time? Move over, Jerry. I got this. Stay G, my homies.
Well, see, it's different. It's not fair because JP had time to sit there and take who knows how long to come up with these questions.
And I can't ask you too many questions because if I ask you too many questions, there's not enough time for the audience to ask their questions. And let's be honest, that's kind of what you want.
And Jerry, you did it on the spot when you were on Slice and Dice. You started asking questions to what's his name, Jim.
Yeah. I started just throwing questions at him to just kind of, well, fuck, if I'm left alone and if Jim's not going to take over, I'm not going to sit here in silence. It's live. We got to go in there. So I was like, you know what? Why would you not want to hear some shit about Jim? Let's dig into that.
See, Jerry, how long have you been on the network? And see, that's why you be on the Olympic team, because you can adapt to the stressful situation. You picked it up and went. You're a showman.
And I'll put a dick in my mouth if it helps us win. That's very important.
That goes without saying. Yes, you put a dick in you put your tongue in Kenneth's mouth. I mean, what's next?
Whatever works.
Yeah, see? Sorry, JP. I have to go with Jerry based upon what I've heard. Now, if I ever hear you in that situation, I got to see how you adapt. Maybe I could switch. But right now, I can only go by what I've heard.
JP's got to interview someone, and they don't really interview on 22 Shots. We went over that during my questionnaire with him. So, all right, we're down to our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions.
All right, let's do it.
Abraham Ram, the Ram Man himself, says, does Dave actually know what a banana laser is, or does only Matt know its true meaning?
Well, once again, I have to bring up episode 50, Bananiversary. Go and listen to it. It is revealed on that show.
Okay, there you go. We gave you a lot of new stuff, but you're going to have to go listen to that show.
All right. And it's another Fish tie-in.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Mike Merriman says, and this is a really good one, pick 3 Friday the 13th entries in the franchise to be eliminated from existence that will make the franchise stronger.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Without hesitation. You keep 6 in there?
Over 7, 8, 9?
Yes. Over 7? You'd keep 6 in there?
Absolutely.
What?
Over 7.
Oh, no.
I've recently watched 6 again for the 86 show, and I've come around a little bit on it. It's still my 6th favorite, probably, or 7th favorite. But 7, 8, 9. 8 and 9 are atrocious. And 7, it's no walk in the park either.
Fuck.
Wow. Okay, this is just such an interesting question. Kenneth, what do you got?
For what? Which ones I could took out?
Yeah, and now Freddy vs. Jason doesn't count.
Why?
Because it's a tie-in movie. It's not really...
All right, definitely Jason Goes to Hell. I would definitely take that one out.
Right.
That's always going to be everybody's first pick. Definitely not 7, because that's my favorite one.
Another guy with 7, New Blood. That's right. You did say something about it.
Yeah, him and Brandon. They're New Blood.
There's a couple other people too from other podcasts that have mentioned it. 2 other people. I got to bring it up to Brandon tomorrow.
I feel like the 3, there's 3 Friday the 13th that you have people that really strongly back. And that's New Blood, Jason Lives, and A New Beginning. There are people that want to back 9, but they're just wrong.
Yeah, Jason Lives was terrible.
Nobody backs 9. Well, JP does.
And he's wrong.
Of course he's wrong. Nobody really backs 8. Well, Alex likes 8, but he doesn't like you know what I mean.
But no one...
It's not a group for it.
Yeah, but if you look at the ones that people really go, no, you need to, they're really strong about it, it's 5, 6, and 7.
Maybe you're right.
Because
you don't argue 1 through 4, really.
Well, not necessarily, because I think even though I think one of the hottest chicks is in part 3, I would probably take 3 out.
You know what? 3 does get some hate. Out of the top 4.
My favorite thing about part 3 is the hockey mask. Other than that, it was just kind of like, I don't know. For some reason, I think out of the first main 4, 3 is the weakest one.
And that is why Kenneth is not the biggest Sons of Anarchy fan, because he doesn't even like the bikers in Friday the 13th Part 3.
I mean, out of the first 4, 3 to me is the weakest one.
I agree.
And so, I love Part 5. I used to not like it, but then it really grew on me. So I actually really enjoy Part 5. I thought 6 was just fucking fun. I mean, it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite scenes in Part 6 is when the chick gets her face fucking rammed into the side of the fucking into the side of the camper.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And so I couldn't take 6 out of it. I couldn't take 7 out of it. 8, it would be a toss up. I mean, it would be one of those that'd be kind of up in the air. Jason Goes to Hell, definitely. Jason X, I thought Uber Jason was fucking great. And then the remake. I could live without the remake.
I
enjoyed watching it, but I could live without it.
The tits in the remake, and that's about it.
I mean, I enjoyed the remake, but I could live without it. So I'd probably have to go with, the remake 3 and Jason Goes to Hell. Those would probably be the 3 that I would take out.
Wow, really? You got Part 8 higher than all of them. Oh shit.
I like 8. I think 8 is fun. And that, I think it's goofy and fun, and I like the blonde hair snobby chick.
Right. I just wish they wouldn't have named it what
hot.
they've named it. I just wish they wouldn't have named it Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, he never once mounted Manhattan at all. I didn't even see him mount a man.
I mean, and we've seen in all the interviews and the documentaries and everything where people give him a lot of flack for calling it that, and they're actually only in Manhattan for 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah. So.
I can't believe people wanted that. When I was a kid, and I was full-fledged Friday the 13th fanboy, I grew up with it from Part 3 on. I never missed one on opening night. Loved, I was living Friday the 13th, straight up. Love it. Anyway, when I saw the commercial for Jason Takes Manhattan, I was immediately turned off. I said, why the fuck? How stupid is this? And at the time, that's 87. I'm still a kid, man. I'm fucking 16 or 15. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would he be in a city? He kills kids at a camp. Why would he be and I can't believe that other people didn't feel that way. I was a kid and I was a cynic about it. I was like, that's stupid. Why would he be in New York City? Does that make any sense? But I don't know. Apparently people liked the idea, which never made sense to me from the get-go.
I think because at that point, I think the reason why people liked the idea at that point is because from all the way up to 7, I mean, if you really think about it, the basic format of the movies was still the same. You've got kids in the woods, kids get killed by Jason. They're fucking and doing drugs, and they get killed by Jason.
But it worked, right?
And at that point, though, I honestly think that at that time period, people wanted something different. You got your hardcore fans like you and other people or whatever that wanted it to just stick to the same format, and that's what it was, and that was the way it was going to be. But there were people out there that wanted to do something different. And then on top of that, I mean, I honestly think that before Paramount gave it up, because I imagine before 8 came out, they were already thinking about giving it up. Before
Yeah,
Paramount gave it up, they wanted to just try something different to see if that would reinvigorate it to turn it into the cash cow that it had been and keep it running. But it didn't, and then New Line ended up with it. And then, when New Line ended up with it, we see what kind of shit they put out.
True. But, dude, it never works. Do you ever see a series take something out of its element and put it somewhere else and have it work? It never works. Seriously, think about it. People always say they want something different, but they don't, because when you take them out, it always sucks. Really, I defy somebody to come up and tell me a situation in any franchise where we're changing it from the location that you're used to worked. It never works. What, fucking Star Trek V, The Voyage Home? Or the fuck they came to Earth? Fucking people hated that shit. Fucking, what's his name? Home Alone 2? I don't know. Maybe that worked. I don't fucking know.
I thought it worked. But I think that in that type of situation, I mean, what ends up happening when you go to want to change something in a series and try to make it better or whatever else, you make piss poor choices for the people that make it. Because at that point, all you're thinking about is the money. That's the whole general consensus of changing it, is because you want to make more money. And then when you want to make more money, you do the combination of getting the cheapest motherfucker. Hence the reason we got Jason Goes to Hell. You got the cheapest fucking upcoming director to come out. And then, the New Line just got it, so they didn't know what kind of money it was going to make. So they got the cheapest director and whatever else, and they're trying to make it a cash cow, and it sucked. I mean, it sucked worse than 8. It sucked worse than any other Jason movie put out.
That's for sure.
So,
All right, so
that's
okay.
just my take on it.
I'm gonna remove. We gotta get off Friday the 13th, and we'll be here for another 3 hours. Okay,
Right there.
Dave. Here comes the one question that I've had a hard time figuring out exactly what they mean. So it's from Mike Merriman again. Is it possible to pick one movie from multiple different slasher franchises and string them together to make a competent storyline? And he says, if anyone can do it, it's you, Dave. I've been trying to figure out exactly what he means.
I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Now, so it has to be where. See, the only thing is it going to be the same killer, or is it going to be a different killer each movie? You know what I mean? Does Freddy turn into Jason, so to speak? Or is it just one killer that's going to be throughout the whole thing? That's the issue. But the first one you would come up with could be anything. Anything could be a jump off. So let's Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let's say Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1. Okay? That's the original. Because you can go anywhere with that. The kid survives. You could say he survived. You could even go with the younger kid. You didn't even have to go with freaking Billy or whatever, the killer. You could go with the kid. Either way, that could be Part 1. Now, Part 2 is Psycho 2. Because he goes away. He was already a killer to begin with. Let's just say it's the first guy from Silent Night, Deadly Night, Billy, okay?
All right.
Let's just say he doesn't die at the end, okay? Because, obviously, it's a horror franchise. To keep the movies going, the guy doesn't die in the last movie. So you can't slight me for making the guy live, right? The guy lives. Okay, so Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night lives, okay? But he killed people. So he's going to go away for 22 years or whatever it is. Then he's going to come out, and he's going to go back to the, the Bates Motel. And he's there, trying to live his life. They think he's cured. What's going on? And what the events of Psycho 2 actually happen. And it could work with him. He could have Mother, because his mother got killed when he was a little boy. Remember in Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Yeah.
She got raped, killed, the whole 9. So maybe she was abusive. Who knows? We didn't really see enough to know. So he could dig her grave up, and that could be Mother for this one. So there you go. So Psycho 2. So that's him. At the end of Psycho 2, he's confused because was it his mother or Mrs. Spool? He whacks the girl in the head. He kills her. And where's he going to go? He has to go out in hiding. So now he can go. It could be Friday the 13th Part 3, Kenneth's favorite. In Friday the 13th Part 3, he had to change his mask. He went from a sack head to a hockey mask. So let's just say Psycho 2, Norman, has to freaking put on a mask because he's on the run. He's in disguise. So, puts on a hockey mask, and it's Friday the 13th, Part 3. At the end, he gets killed, axe in the head, he's in the barn, the whole nine. He's dead. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this guy's dead. Now, where do we go from there? Part 4 is going to be Bride of Chucky. And it's Bride of Chucky because we need resurrection. And Chucky is resurrected because he was dead at the end of 3, and Tiffany resurrects him. So, there you have it. He's resurrected. He's Bride of Chucky. He has a girlfriend now. Whatever.
I heard Tiffany got Kenneth pretty erect.
I believe it. Yeah, shit, man. Yeah. I met her in Vegas. She plays poker.
Ah, okay.
You're talking about the real one, not the doll, right?
Yeah, the real one.
Okay, well, I thought maybe the doll got him erect. I don't know, shit.
Hey, man, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
Amen.
No, STDs come with you, Kenneth. That's not 100% true.
Oh, shit.
I'm one of those people that actually wears condoms.
Oh.
Attaboy. Good for you. I wore condoms for years.
Unlike Alex, who doesn't believe in condoms.
I don't now. Well, I'm married now, but even before my wife, I decided to stop after years. But I actually lost out on some girls because of condoms, because they wanted me to go bareback and I wouldn't. I lost out on 2 different girls because of that shit. That sucks. But anyway, yeah.
And that probably was an inkling right there. It's like, yeah, and you won't because I wear a condom. Okay, then it's probably a good idea if I wear one.
All right.
Right. That's why I didn't get a second date sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was at Bride of Chucky. Okay. Yeah. So now, dies at the end, of course, because they always die. Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a baby in Bride of Chucky? Don't they get pregnant or something? Isn't that like the cliffhanger or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. So now, baby. What do you think of baby in a franchise? Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child.
No one thinks of that terrible movie. What are you talking about?
Well, in a slasher franchise, you gotta have a baby, right? It's gotta be there.
Fair
Chucky
enough.
Chucky needs to be reborn, so he becomes Freddy, and he's gonna try to be reborn in Alice's stomach.
Oh, come on! You didn't go Jason Goes to Hell with that?
No, that's number 9. I can't get to 9.
Oh yeah.
Oh, holy shit! I didn't realize that you're doing it in fucking actual sequel order.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 1, Psycho 2, Friday 3, Bride of Chucky's a Part 4, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Child is a Part 5. Yeah. Yep. And
God
then,
damn.
Not bad, huh?
No, that's not bad at all.
Especially for right off the top of your head.
And ultimately, since we're on babies, because nobody knows a fucking thing about this movie, because it's such a fucked up movie, the way it starts, the way it ends, what happens in between, but there's a baby involved. Halloween 6. That's
Damn.
It. Yeah, that's the baby in the beginning, and then at the end, he's going to be betrayed by this cult. The cult tries to explain everything that happened to him in the past, and how does that movie end? What's the real ending? Nobody knows. But there you go. Halloween 6 would have to end it. It would have to end on a fucked up way, because after that, what 7s are there? We've already done the Nightmare. We've already done the Friday and the Halloween, right? So
yeah. Holy shit.
That's where it ends. So that's my slasher franchise.
God damn. That was fucking impressive.
Yes,
Thanks.
very.
Holy shit. Okay.
Short notice,
Yeah. Cody Robinson wants to know, how many bananas does it take to equal purple?
Purple?
Yeah.
Well, it's always 13, but I'll say 14 for purple. So 14 bananas.
Okay. All right. Philip Perron. I feel like that's not how you say his last name.
You think it's Perron?
Maybe.
Or do you think it's Perrin?
I don't know. But he says, I'm a big fan of the alien Greys as a monster, but I'm stuck on films. Any suggestions? So do you have any suggestions for aliens that are designed like the Greys? Which the Greys are the stereotypical gray-bodied, big black eyes, big head.
Yeah, I'm sure he's seen Extraterrestrial. And I know some people don't like it, but I really like that movie.
Wasn't Fire in the Sky using Greys?
Maybe we saw so little of them that I can't remember. What do you think? Kenneth, think they were Greys?
Yeah.
They kind of were that way, except for the aliens in there had little beady eyes.
Yeah. Any X-File episodes. I know it's not a movie, but there are X-File episodes that specifically use the Greys.
Alien Abduction may have used the Greys.
Fucking Dreamcatcher.
Wow, really? I haven't seen that in years.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there's two different... because those aliens, they morph into that big, crazy, fucking creepy shit that they really are, into the Greys. So that way, we as humans, because that's what we normally see when we talk about aliens.
Mm-hmm. All right, there you go. Now I saved this question for last because I thought it was the perfect question to end on. It's from one of our favorite people, Jared Faher. I don't know how to say his last name either.
Wow.
Fayer. Okay. He wants to know, marry, fuck, kill, banana laser, exploding heads, the skeleton crew.
Wow. Marry, fuck, kill, banana laser, the skeleton crew, and exploding heads. Well, I am married to exploding heads right now, so that's the answer, obviously. I can't do anything with it, and that's, I have to marry exploding heads. So that means I gotta fuck somebody and kill somebody. Well,
I feel like the answer for this is like super obvious.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, you would think, because there's still one's still around and one's not.
Yeah, and you only did a stint on one, so it was kind of like you were just there fucking.
Right.
But can I kill banana laser? My God.
Well, I mean, Matt did it, but you can, throw a stab in there and pretend like you helped.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not doing it. I cannot kill banana laser. I'm sorry.
So you're killing the skeleton crew?
They're going away in 100 anyway, so I may as well kill them.
Banana laser went away already. What kind of logic is that?
Yeah, that's the reason why I thought the same thing. I was like, banana laser's already gone.
I don't have the heart. I don't have the heart to kill them, though.
You would if you would cut out their heart. Come on, Kalima this motherfucker.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I do have to kill him, because there would be no banana laser without the skeleton.
Cover your heart.
Yeah, so you're right. You guys are right. It's obvious. So I'm not going to say it, but I'll fuck the skeleton crew. So there you go.
Okay. All right. So that is all the questions. But before you go, you've got to go through the Friday the 13th gauntlet.
Yes.
I
got good ones.
Well, if you listen to the JP show, you know what these are.
I got good answers, man.
All right. Was Friday the 13th Part 2 a dream?
Was Friday the entire movie or just the end?
You tell me.
Oh, okay. No. The movie was real. The end was still a dream sequence, yes.
Okay. Was that rat piss, or did she piss herself?
I'm going to tell you something. For years and years and years, I thought that it was rat piss. But logic dictated to me later on that it was Ginny. And not just logic. When you watch the movie, as soon as she sees the rat, she closes her eyes, she winces them in a face that you would make if you were to pee yourself. You could see it. And then she closes her eyes, she winces them close, pee flows. Then as soon as they cut back, the rat is still by her head. So therefore, it couldn't have been on the other side of the bed, and the pee could not have come out. And if you look at the script from the movie, which is in Crystal Lake, the documentary, from Crystal Lake to Manhattan, or whatever the fuck it is. Well, man, my mind is fucked. Anyway, the documentary, they show the script, and in there, even in the script, it says that fucking Ginny peed.
All right.
So there.
Friday the 13th, Part 3, did Jason rape Chris?
Another one that I flipped on. For years, I said yes. Because of the reaction, and because her parents never brought it up. So I thought that was enough to see that, her parents didn't bring it up because she was raped. Nobody wants to talk about rape. That's what I used to think, that that's what it was. But, no, I don't think so now. I think now, being a parent, if that happened to my daughter, and I'm saying, me coming out and seeing Jason attacking her, not in a sexual way, just in a way to kill her, and she passed out, and I saved her, whatever it was, I wouldn't bring that up either. That's still a traumatic experience. Why would you bring it up?
Okay.
So I say no, did not.
In Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, did Jason throw the dog out the window or did the dog commit suicide?
Come on. There is a reason that Gordon is referred to as the suicidal dog on TGI of 13 and on Exploding Heads. We all know he jumped out the window. Jason was downstairs at the time anyway. But the fact, he committed suicide.
All right. And bonus question, are you a dead fuck?
Let's see. I think you have to ask Blowjob Betty.
Okay, Blowjob Betty, what do you think? It said no, you're not a dead fuck.
I fucking knew it. She better have said no. All right.
All right. And those are the Friday the 13th gauntlets. We wanted to tackle some of the most controversial topics of the first 4 movies. And with that said, you made it to the end. You have answered all the questions from us, the fans. You've talked about embarrassing things and things that have never been heard before, ever. So now that you made it to the end, take a little bit of time and pimp yourself. Tell people where they can find you, what you're on, what you're doing, what the future holds. Just go at it, say whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, the future holds a lot of Exploding Heads because that's all we're doing right now. Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast. You can find us on Horrorphilia Network, of course, horrorphilia.com. Same place you're going to find Kill the Cast here. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and all those other places. Join the group page, Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Horror Amino. We're on Instagram. So basically, that's all that's going on. There's a bunch of it. You can find me on Facebook, Dave Z. The spelling has to be Z-E-E because that's Facebook rules. But that's me. You can friend me, and I'll be there. The other show I do or have been doing the past year, ABC's A Hidden Horror, is on a little hiatus, but there's still a couple shows coming out. So that goes from A to Z, and I think L was the last one that came out. I still think it's L. So I think M and N are on the come up sometime soon.
I think they are because I know I got invited on, and I think they told me I couldn't pick anything in and up.
Okay.
So
there you go. So that's it. Yeah. So we did them. What else? Is there anything else I can pimp? I don't think so. Just Exploding Heads, and be on the lookout for the big top 50 slasher show because a lot is going into that show. I promise you. And that's not going to be till December, but it's episode 50. But it's going to be a big one, man. I hope it reaches more ears than any of our shows have. So, yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. That was Dave Z from every podcast that has ever been on the top 10 ever. Because, I mean, because Skeleton Crew was like #1 forever, and you've been on 2 of the shows that have actually become the toppers and started taking the #1 spots, Banana Laser and Exploding Heads, and really now it's Exploding Heads versus 22 Shots on who's gonna get the #1 each month.
Yeah. Well, until the Blitz started.
Yeah.
Now with the Blitz, everything's thrown off its game. So like the number 3 is like the normal real one now. It's weird.
Yeah, I really want to get an episode of Kill the Cast in the top 10 before the Blitz happens, because I'm not going to accept the Blitz like for Kill the Cast as a true top 10.
Okay, what if this gets on the top 10 because it's on Exploding Heads feed? Does that count?
I think the cross promotion is better because there is a chance that people would have come over to listen to you on this show, and this is just helping the lazy people out instead of putting the show on every single feed. Because here's the difference. Auto downloads are the difference here.
Yeah, they are.
You're talking auto downloads of just 2 feeds in comparison to auto downloads, or 3 feeds, because it ends up on the Horrorphilia feed also. But 3 feeds versus the downloads that would be on like every single feed.
And 20 plus.
Yeah, and I'm not against the podcast Blitz at all. I think it's a great way for someone to accidentally discover a new show.
Right.
So I'm not against it. I just won't take that as a win. I will take using Dave Z as a win.
Yes. Well, I hope you win. That's fine with me. Actually, I'm happy with everybody on the network, so I don't care who wins. Being first is great, but honestly, it's everybody on the network we're all homies. Everybody knows each other.
But,
you know what I mean? So
me and Joey are hungry. Me and Joey, every time we talk about getting on that top 10. We got to get on that top 10. We got to go. We got to make it on there. We're hungry and we're coming for all y'all. And me and Kenneth are going to kill the Skeleton Crew and completely take them over.
Is it going to be kill the crew? You're going to change?
No, it's going to be kill the cast. But okay. we're going to just wear their corpses.
Yep.
Oh, you're going to go in the dungeon?
Yeah, we're going to go in the dungeon, wear the corpses, and steal all their shit, and then come back to kill the cast and run it. Yeah, we're going to steal their fucking feet, hands.
No, not their feet. Their feet. Their fucking
feet. Oh no! Well, they're skeletons. Do they really eat?
I get to wear Jamie Buffalo Bill style.
Yeah, I get to wear Alex. People will be like, "Oh shit! Look at that Jersey Shore motherfucker."
Right.
I'm gonna smoke Dan's bones.
Man, I wouldn't smoke Dan's.
Dude.
Like you're gonna get chlamydia. Fucking, you're gonna OD. You're gonna fucking.
I was just gonna say you're gonna be the highest you've ever been in your life.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking VCRs. You do that shit.
He's got that shit deep in the marrow.
Yeah,
digging up the marrow.
That's right.
For real. Holy shit, he does. Fucking. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. That's Kill the Cast. I'm Jerry. That's Kenneth. That was Dave Z. Thank you for joining us. We'll be doing another interview sometime either late August or early September or some shit. We've got a couple already lined up. The next episode of Kill the Cast will be a Horror Coliseum greatest 90s thriller battle. We're doing 7 versus Silence of the Lambs to see who comes out on top as the winner. So just like we did Alien versus The Thing for best sci-fi, we got to tackle the best 90s thriller now. So join us for that. That'll be the next show. You can find us, much like you can find Exploding Heads, on Stitcher, iTunes, Horrorphilia Network. There's a Facebook page, a Facebook group. There's a YouTube page. You'll have all kind of links in the description for not only us, but Dave and Exploding Heads. And there is a Patreon for Exploding Heads. So if you like them enough that you think they deserve money for this, do it. I support them. I was number 2 because Joey beat me to it, that motherfucker.
And thank you again. And see, you got it rewarded though. You got the bump up.
Yeah, but
review.
I was the first one to get in there and be like, "This is what I want." Dave has to watch Piranha.
Fucking A right. And now we all watch Piranha.
Yeah, and then it got bumped up because that's what I do. They were like, "It's Jared. We gotta this dude's future royalty right now."
It's true. You and Joey both. You're right. You guys are gonna be freaking up there. I've been saying it the whole time. You got and Watson, of course.
Yeah, well, I already consider Watson top tier. Like now, I think active top tier is Exploding Heads, 22 Shots, Skeleton Crew, and Horror Corridor. I think that's the top tier of Horrorphilia, personally.
I feel you. Yep, I'm just happy to be part of it in any way, shape, or form.
I don't have a second tier because I think the only tier that matters is number 1. And if you're not on number 1, you need to be aiming for number 1. Unless you just want to have fun, and that's fine too. But I consider this like the rap game. You got to be hungry, and you got to go after these other podcasters' heads.
I want to be number 1 of tier 1.
Yeah, we ain't stopping until fucking Christian's like, "Hey guys, I really just want to be on Kill the Cast. I'm so fucking tired of Dave." like, but then I'm gonna be like, Brandon's the only one that can be with me.
Yeah, man, the Grab Ass Cast coming soon.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a show of me, fucking Brandon and Watson, just a one-of show of the Grab Ass. I don't know what we're gonna review, but there needs to be a one-of special, exploding or killing the corridor's head. I don't know. That was stupid, but whatever. That's what you come to Kill the Cast for. So if you enjoyed this interview, let us know other people you want us to interview. Go check out Exploding Heads and check out Kill the Cast and all that beautiful fucking nonsense. Thank you for being here. Kenneth, do you have any last words?
No.
Good. Dave, do you have any last words?
I love everybody in this world.
All right, and mine's fuck Jeremy. So, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.